Spike here at Universal Studios Orlando asking the tough questions. You guys have seen the Mario movie, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Do you know who I am?
No.
You've seen the movie and you don't know who I am? I'm Foreman Spike.
Oh!
Foreman Spike.
Okay, yes, then yes, I know.
Have you seen the movie?
Oh, no, not yet. I'm about to go in.
But you recognized me.
Yes, you're my boss. I quit.
These stupid Mario brothers. Have you guys seen the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. How many times have you guys seen the movie?
Once.
Once? All right, Spike here. I've seen it 3 times already. You've heard good things about the movie?
Oh, tons of good things about Mario.
Who's your favorite character in the movie?
Foreman Spike.
Hey, there you go. You said Foreman Spike.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character in the movie?
Peach.
Foreman Spike, right?
No, gotta be Peach.
Who was your favorite character? It was Spike, right?
I'm going with Bowser.
Who's your favorite character?
I'm going with Donkey Kong, easily.
DK? Not a bad choice. But your second favorite was Spike, right?
Oh, yeah, Spike.
Who was your favorite character?
Luigi.
What about Foreman Spike?
I don't remember him, but...
You don't remember him?
No.
You don't recognize me? I'm in the movie.
Were you?
Yeah, I called him the stupid Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who Spike is?
I do not.
You don't know who Spike is?
I don't.
All right, thank you a lot, man. Thank you very much.
No, we shake it.
Shake it? Will you shake it?
I like balloons.
Falls away. It's been there.
Why do you like balloons so much, Jay?
I don't know,
I
man.
like
They're just
balloons.
like they're just happy and floating around and nothing bothers
That's like
them.
a real, like, kind of retarded take.
I like
I like balloons.
I'm happy. I like balloons.
I don't talk it like that. I said I like balloons.
Just happy.
I like
floating around.
balloons.
What?
I like balloons. B-A-L-L-O-O-N-S. I like balloons. I like balloons. B-A-L-L-O-O-N-S. I like balloons. If we're outside, we have to be careful so the balloon doesn't fall. If we're outside, we have to hang on so it doesn't float away.
The fuck? Dude? Why is
Falling at the end.
I just want to state for the record, I haven't said a word yet, and Jay's already getting trolled. I love this show, and, you know.
That's how it goes.
Jay just has the ability to meme every fucking thing and see him rip a jump up and be scared.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that
That was good.
He was wearing my hat too.
Like
So I appreciate it.
And I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember what that was from.
Oh shit. Welcome to Tuesday night's main event. Jay already getting the party started. I see all the balloons in the chat. I see the 199s in the chat. I see the Clamshell Coalition in the chat. The memes never stop around here, but we are live and it's going to be a fun show. We got a lot of things to discuss, things that we've never discussed on this channel. We have never discussed the Mario box office. We have never discussed Disney's collapse. We have never discussed Marvel Cinematic Universe dying right before our very eyes. It's never happened. So this is the first ever. We do have Ryan here from RK Outpost. What's up, buddy?
I'm ready to rock and roll. Some of these things we've already talked about today because of our Geeks and Gamers daily show. But even of those things we talked about, there's been some developments, i.e. Jonathan Majors. It is getting very, very interesting for Jonathan Majors actually getting fired. Not from Marvel, but from multiple other Hollywood projects.
From like everywhere else, it seems. Who's breathing in the mic, by the way? Who is that? Does anybody else hear
I'm
that?
muted.
That's what I said.
I'm muted, so blame me.
There's like some.
I think it was Jay. I think it was Jay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Jay. Why would you do that, Jay? Just admit it, Jay. Everybody accused Jay in the chat. Everybody.
Well, nobody on the panel helped to stop them. They were just like, it's probably Jay.
Ripa, right before we went live, it was right before Valiant got here in the call. Ripa had the most clippable moment ever, and I'm really upset we didn't get it. Ripa's just sitting there. We're all talking about Mario box office, all this bullshit. Ripa's like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna cook some chicken. It's just like
No, he said,
chicken. Warm up some
I'm
chicken.
about to heat up this chicken real quick.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
It's not Brock.
Ryan sells the
grilled.
blackest thing.
That's the
Sells
blackest thing I've ever heard Ripper
Yeah.
say.
It's not fried though. It wouldn't be like if I was getting fried, I'd be in South Dallas, Henderson's chicken, some shit like that. But I don't eat that a lot. So this is just healthy shit: rice, green beans, and grilled chicken.
There you go.
We'll let Rippa keep eating. And is it good, Rippa? That's all we need to
Oh,
know.
it's fucking delicious, man.
All right.
Woman throws down, man.
And it's impossible for me to introduce Rippa without acknowledging that he was scared to play Mario Kart Sunday. So he was scared.
Nah,
I
was just doing
understand. I
birthday
understand.
bullshit. That was it. That was it. Wasn't nothing to it.
Do you have any broccoli with that chicken?
No, just green beans. Sometimes I do
that's
broccoli,
pretty
but
close.
with this meal prep is just green beans.
Okay.
Mix
Is
it
that
up.
okay, Jay? Is that okay? Do you approve, Jay?
I approve.
Okay. All right. Speaking of black people and chicken, we got Mike.
Oh, damn.
Well,
You just got to get the racist ball rolling real early. Just
I'm
kick
trying to
that
get-
right,
I'm
kick that
trying to
bitch
get-
right down the stairs.
hold on. If you would have made a fucking like, this is a white guy Mike joke or like a light skinned Mike, you would have got all upset. But you gave him full credit. You said, speaking of black man, and he still's got a fucking problem with it.
Yeah. That's the point of being a half. I can pick whatever side I want to. Don't be mad because you can't. Because your white ass can only stick to one side. All right? Why don't you go be like Matt Walsh and just own it? All right? Because he's owning it on Twitter right now.
I don't know if you're watching my content, see these videos on me. I'm okay. All right, I'm okay.
That's very true. Yeah. Oh man, glad to be here. Been very busy with Epicverse stuff, so hopefully have some more stuff to drop for that real soon. But can't say exactly when. But yeah, we're gonna have a busy weekend, busy rest of this month shooting stuff. So it's gonna be a good time. Might see a certain person on this panel again, Mr. Beardo. Gonna be shooting some more stuff. So pretty excited about that, man. It's been kind of nuts. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, speaking of Beardo, we do have Fear the Beardo, Spike himself, doing some great work for the what was formerly the Geeks and Gamers Clips channel. It will have a different name. We're working on that. I don't know. Me and Steph are debating on what we're going to name it. But Fear the Beardo, how you doing, buddy?
Let's go, man. Yeah, I'm doing great. Ready to rock and roll as usual. And yeah, man, it's been an absolute blast. Leaning into this whole Spike thing. So, man, I'm glad it's been doing well for the channel and ready to be here. Talk about all the juicy bits tonight.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Speaking of internet celebrities, we've got Drunk 3PO here.
Is it going? That's it. Let's get going, everyone.
You know Valiant's going to roast you. That's why you're just preparing. So
Nothing.
I don't know what else I need to say at this point. Jay likes balloons, I understand.
Yeah.
So,
Jay, don't you have an Indiegogo campaign? You have anything going on you want to talk about?
I do. And we're getting ready to close it down really soon, right at the end of the month, probably right when I get back from Vegas. And so if you haven't picked it up, please pick it up before the time runs out, because then it's going to be wild, because I got to get to the printers and get all these things shipped out, and I'll be all over the place. So probably the month of May. So it's just really exciting. I think a lot of it's catching up with me, because I've been streaming and doing podcasts and I was interviewed by a college today. So gosh, I almost said yesterday, this morning. So they were talking about it over there in the college, which is crazy to me that they wanted to do that. So it's just been a lot. So I'm very blessed on where we are with this campaign. So
yeah.
Almost done. Then the fun begins. Then it's getting it out to everybody. So I think that's where I'm most nervous, is just making sure everybody gets it in their hands. And it's,
I actually just got my
That's
first
the hard
copy
work.
today, so yeah.
That's the hard work. Easy shit, getting the shit, bought, printed. Actually, that's not easy. That's pretty difficult. But the real work is getting that shit fulfilled, man. Shit ain't easy, man.
Yep. Well, luckily, I think you got a couple people you can reach out to for any advice.
Oh, yeah.
So-
They've been fantastic. They've
Yeah.
been fantastic. So
So,
I don't
good
know what I'd
stuff.
do without them, honestly. So it's been awesome.
Hell
So thank
yeah,
you guys all in the chat. Thanks you for the blue balls and the balloons and everything else in between.
Now it's good. The memes with Jay, it's like cows, Canadian bears.
I mean, people are like, Jay, does college even know you can't read, Jay? It's just like, it's nonstop. Jay's retarded.
Are you allowed to
Jay's
say
too-
the
why
college?
is Jay here? Like, why is like? I'm just like, wow.
You know how it is, Jay.
Chat
You know how
never
it is.
ceases to amazing.
You
Nah,
never-
it's fine. It's all love,
The
man.
MVPs, the MVPs. We have Rolo, the Puerto Rican pistolero. You guys know what comes next.
We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico. We love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. And we also love Puerto Rico.
Never gets old. I love it.
The new home of Walt Disney World.
We're gonna talk about that.
You're gonna give them all the tax
Yeah,
breaks right
Keith Olbermann wants Disney to move Disney World out of Florida to Puerto Rico.
Imagine moving it to fucking Puerto
man.
Rico when that entire fucking island gets demolished every fucking year.
I mean,
It's like moving it to Grand Island, Louisiana. You know, it's like, there's no chance it stands up. I will say one of the best gifts that Jay has ever given me is the introduction to Diz Twitter, which I didn't know existed until
yeah.
a few weeks ago. That is a cabal of laughs. That is absolutely priceless.
Some heavyweights over there.
What do you think, Rolo?
Yeah.
You think Disney World will work in Puerto Rico?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
How you doing, Rolo?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm digging Renegade's hat over there.
Oh yeah, man.
digging
So
that.
am I.
Yeah.
My EDC, baby.
Yeah, same here.
Yep. It's
Nice.
one sitting about 6 inches below my hand right now.
Oh yeah, I got one about 5 feet. 5 feet right. Yep.
Yep.
Hell yeah. We got the ladies here. We got Krista Nova. Hello, Krista.
Hi, I'm just gonna pull a J and say hi. That's it.
Hi. Happy to be
Hi.
here. I'm happy.
happy.
I'm happy.
Buy my book.
Are those new glasses? How long you had those?
No, they're the blue light ones.
Oh, I was gonna say they make you look really fucking old.
Thank you. I'm gonna need them.
We got Steph. Are you feeling better, Steph? Minority Home.
I am feeling better today. Yes, I am. Thank you. And we are also live on Locals as well. So come check us out on Locals.
That's right. Rumble, Locals, Odyssey, and YouTube. And our special guest tonight, I have become a big fan of this guy. He's been around forever and a day, and his channel's been kicking ass lately. So mods, if you have links to his channel, please drop them all throughout the night. Valiant Renegade, welcome to Tuesday night's main event, my friend.
Well, I was stunned and humbled that I was invited this afternoon. This is great. You know, I've been fans of you guys since before I started the channel, which I don't know if it's been quite forever and a day. It's been about 2.5 years, but I'll take it.
Hey, it seems like you've been around longer than that, honestly. It really does. Like in the chat and
feels like
everything.
it at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I had before the Valiant Renegade persona was created, I floated around in chat on different channels for probably about a year or so, just with my regular personal YouTube profile, and then created this one. And but it's been a blast. So yeah, I feel like I've been around a lot longer than I have been, and I look back and I think, God, it's been like when we did the 2-year anniversary, February 1st, whatever it was, of this year, and I'm like, it's been 2 years. What the hell happened? How did what? You know, it's like, so it goes, man. It just goes. And then I made the mistake of, hey, WDW Pro, you should really start your own YouTube channel. 3.5 months later, that motherfucker is at 13,000 subs. So,
he's doing good. He's doing good. I watch him too. I watch both of you guys.
It's a magical place on YouTube. You never know what you get. So,
I heard that. That. Well, it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you. And you guys make sure you plug his YouTube channel. And he does good work over there. He's been covering the demise of Disney and and everything going on. And I'm really digging your Mario stuff because obviously I'm very invested in that. Shout out to Odin for losing that bet miserably. And it's not official yet, but it is official.
What was the bet?
Totally official.
Pineapple on Pizza on Friday Night Tight. So about 4 or 5 months ago, I predicted that Mario would be $1 billion movie. And Odin was like, it's not going to hit $1 billion.
Okay.
So it's like whoever, so if it hits $1 billion, he has to eat pineapple pizza. If it didn't hit $1 billion, I had to eat it. And I was pretty confident. I was like, as long as the movie's good, it's done. It's over. It's Mario. It's Chris Pratt. It's Nintendo. It's $1 billion movie. It's pretty given as long as the movie is decent. And it turned out to be really good. And here we are, going to hit 1 billion before it even opens in Japan and Asia at this point. So
yeah, I think by
Korea, I'm sorry.
By Friday of next week, which is right before it would open there. I guess, in Japan at least. I think it's Korea's on the 26th, Japan's on the 28th, I think.
Yeah.
Right before it opens there, it will have crossed the 1 billion mark. And I mean, I keep reminding people, the biggest movie that was ever a domestic release for Japan was Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Demon Slayer movie. That did $350 million in Japan alone.
Yeah.
And what I told you, I said, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you actually scale the population of Japan up to the U.S. population density, Demon Slayer did more business than The Force Awakens domestically and did in the U.S. It's bigger than The Force Awakens. Now we're talking about frickin' Mario. What is that? I mean, I think there is a possibility that you could be looking at 300 million in Japan alone.
I think
don't know.
We talked about that.
You're right. The possibility's there. The possibility's there.
Yeah.
I tend to think it's probably going to be around the 200 million range just in Japan, and then another 100 in South Korea, maybe. That's my guesstimates with the momentum. Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, yeah, that's like the maximum it could potentially be. But Demon Slayer is fucking so ridiculously massive.
Oh yeah.
And not that Mario isn't. Mario is Mario.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not a Mario that anyone's ever seen there, anyone's attached to, right? So I do think that 150 to 200 is kind of like the realm I expect it to be. But it certainly could. It has the potential to be high. And the Japanese are. It's not like here in America where everybody is so completely different. They're a very like unified society as a whole. I think something like 95% of their households were tuned in to watch Japan at the World Baseball Classic. Like they're a very like unified country when it comes to things like that. So it could be massive.
Sure. Well, and I think one thing we have learned is whatever estimates are out there or predictions for Mario, he's overcoming every single one of them, every single one. And so like even those first weekend numbers were between 85 and 95 million for the opening. That's what he did on the second weekend. So it's wild. And I
like how you're calling the movie like Mario did this.
Well, it is
referring to Mario as like he made it.
Mario.
He did this.
He did it. It is he. He's a cultural icon.
They were still catching up by millions on Monday morning, and it was incredible. And I even made the joke, I guess, I don't know if it was yesterday or whatever it was, I put something on Twitter, and I said, look, just to give you an idea of how what the dichotomy is, since we're going down the Disney path tonight, is that Mario in its second weekend did almost as much as the entire run of Lightyear globally. I mean, that's where you're at. I mean, that's the market right now. That's how crazy it's gotten. And I don't see anything changing anytime soon.
We got a quick update. Matt Walsh, apparently he was trying to connect with Ryan. He was trying to like, hey man, we're on the same level, but now his tweets have been deleted apparently. So I get the hacker finally hacker finally went down. There was some Modern Warfare 2 lobby language on Matt Walsh's Twitter there for a little while, and Ryan got really excited for one of those tweets. He's like, "Oh, Matt Walsh, he seems like a swell guy," and now
I don't know. That wasn't Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. There was no hard R at the end. That was pretty tame, to be honest. But.
Matt Walsh was saying the words that only Ripa and half of Mike can repeat here on the stream. So. Ain't that right, Mike? Is that what you like? You like that now? I didn't call you.
Better.
Okay, I just want to make sure
you rode the fence there. I appreciate that.
The real question is how long is he going to keep that Minecraft backdrop?
He should just keep it forever now.
If he'll even notice that part.
I did see we got 50 gifted memberships.
50.
Low watermark. I can't find it in the feed there, but I saw it come in. It's not showing up in the activity feed for some reason, but I saw it actually come through, and we have 56 new members. And then Kennel Hard R to the Bone gifted 5 gifted memberships as well. Thank you, Low Watermark. Are you aware of this account, Ryan, Kennel Hard R to the bone.
First time I've seen it, but
yeah.
Respect.
So shout out to Low Watermark. Appreciate those gifted memberships. But yeah, so I mean, we obviously start out there. I mean, Mario is just crushing it right now. The second week the second week estimates, or at least the predictions, were it's going to be about $80 million. Then when we started getting some of the numbers in, there's like, I'm going to do about $87 million. Then when we got the actuals, it was more like $93 million. In fact, Grace Randolph is now, she's like totally pulling like hello, my fellow Nintendo fans. I don't know how many people saw that tweet from Grace, but she basically
Cat Mario shit.
No. Well, she did the review and she got annihilated because in her review about Cat Mario, she basically said she made that review, if I'm not mistaken, on a Tuesday is when that review dropped. Tuesday before the Wednesday when the film released. And then okay, Tuesday.
Asian people must really love cats.
so she, in her review, she basically said the movie was terrible and that she was upset that Bowser was, I guess, a predatory with Peach and how that all played out. And then she said that Mario was being demeaned by being a cat. It was disrespectful to Mario. And then she said by Friday, this was on Tuesday, she says by Friday, she thinks word of mouth is going to tank this film. People are going to talk about this and they're going to be done. And she got rightfully roasted for that horrific take. Well, today she sends a tweet out and she's basically like, hello, my fellow Nintendo fans, right here. So I took a long walk this afternoon and decided I shall embrace Nintendo.
Hashtag Nintendo.
I took a long walk.
Wow.
But then she says, I don't see myself playing the games, but I shall learn the lore.
Learn the lore.
The fandom is really cool. A few assholes. But the love of Nintendo has moved me. I will cover it as I do other franchises. What the hell does this even mean?
Every time she mentioned Nintendo, she used a hashtag.
On her own.
Yes.
She just wanted to make sure.
Box office YouTube channels are really cool, Grace, except for a few assholes.
Oh man, what do you guys think about this? This is just, I can on one hand I can appreciate like, hey, you know what, you got destroyed and you're just trying to own it. On the other hand, it feels very kind of like a backhand, like I'm going to embrace it, but I'm not going to play the games. Well, then what the fuck does that even mean?
This reminds me of the Steve Buscemi meme with the skateboard. He says, hello, my fellow teenagers.
Yes, that's it. Yes, hello, my fellow Nintendo fans. That's it. So can someone meme that right now? Because that's Grace.
It's just like very much making clear she has no fucking idea what she's talking about. Like, you can't. What lore? Like, what lore book? What source book are you going to read to catch up on all the Mario? It's all just shit that you see when you play the games, because that's all they really could do for this.
Well, there isn't, like with Mario games specifically, it's not like some lore or whatever. Like there's games that you play, and can they build a story around it? Well, they're going to have to build some type of story around it as this universe continues to go forward. They're going to have to, but in terms of Nintendo in general, I mean, Zelda has stories and lore, but you know what? None of it makes fucking sense. It's all over the place. Nintendo's lore is, Zelda's lore is all over the place. There's the continuity is a disaster. Wow. And so I don't know what she means by this, and I don't think she knows what she means by this, but I think that kind of represents like the typical critic. I mean, right now the critics have trashed this movie, and families are finally seeing that there's something beyond the Disney nonsense. We saw Strange World lose a ton of money. We saw Lightyear become one of the biggest disasters ever. By the way, Chris Evans, not a real movie star. Not a real movie star at all. You are a fake movie star. Great. Congratulations for you. And at this point, you might as well just pull a Kevin Spacey. Okay. Just come on out of the closet because we all know you're in there, Chris Evans. Okay. But there's no reason a movie based on Buzz Lightyear should fail unless you're Disney and you're ruining your perception with families. So again, this
everybody
Nintendo
covered
thing
the Deadline article here for the most part, right? That went through.
And I think that Deadline article, and I'd be interested to hear Valiant Renegade's opinion on it too. I think it lost even more money.
I was making that point on the video that I did today.
Did they go around to like do the one on Lightyear? Is that the one you're talking about?
So for Lightyear and Strange World, they did a whole breakdown. Deadline did the biggest box office bombs, and they put the entire profit and loss sheet. The problem is for all these movies now, this is a streaming thing in general. It used to be you put a movie out and, you're going to get licensed to have it play on TNT or whatever. And also you sell it to a streaming platform, Netflix, Prime Video, whatever it may be. And you could get a bunch of money as a studio by doing that. Yep. Now they're counting money for Lightyear. I think it was $90 or $95 million. Disney is counting that as revenue for them because Disney paid themselves $90 million for Lightyear to put on Disney Plus, and they're counting that towards the profits for the movie.
No fucking way. No, it doesn't matter. There's no way they were selling 95 million in fucking Blu-rays if they tried. No way they were recouping those fees. So yeah, that was the point that I made in my video. Like, I'm pretty sure that the numbers are off. By the way, side point, someone said I look tinier today. This is my chair. I'm on a stability ball. This shit's been fucking on my back. So I said to hell with that chair. I gotta switch on and off.
Ripple look tiny today.
Yeah, so no, I saw that someone said that in chat. No, I'm on a stability ball.
I can imagine filter Twitter to make himself look bigger.
Yeah.
He's just been lying to you.
That's like a new conspiracy Twitter. Now. Rip is like only 4 foot tall. He's just standing on a box.
Yeah, they're being a rude awakening. There's been a lot of people that sometimes we go to these events. Oh, I thought you were shorter than motherfucker. Like, goddamn mouth.
I found out Rippa sold crack today and fled Texas to escape felony charges.
That was the first that I heard of. Somebody said that I sold crack to children. Never happened. Yeah, not even joking. It was one of those degenerate gay furry fucking VTuber motherfuckers, man.
You know what's funny? If I said that shit, they'd call me racist.
Yeah.
If I just fucking pulled that out of my ass, said, "Oh yeah, this dude must have just fucking sold crack, he's slinging crack on the streets."
Yeah, I was like, nah, bro, never. Like, and what they were trying to do, they were trying to intertwine like stuff that was true, and like drawing these ridiculous conclusions. Like the part that was true, like me getting shot or me getting like my freshman year having to go, I went to live with my grandmother in Arkansas. They said that I did that to escape felony drug charges. And I was like, I don't know how y'all think law works, but you think the felonies would stop existing if I just moved to another fucking state? Like, no, it's not how it works. Also, I'm back in Texas. Like, why the fuck did I not go to prison for fucking drugs?
Black man moves to his grandmom's and the VTuber furries thinks because you're escaping felony charges.
Right. They said felony drug charge. I was like, I've been to jail for sure, but I've never been to jail for drugs. I've never slang drugs. It's never fucking happened. Like when I was banging, I was fighting this shit. That was what I was doing. I wasn't fucking slanging crack to children. Like, that was the worst part of it. It's like slanging crack to children. Like I was like, wow, that's like the worst fucking thing that I could possibly do. And you thought I did that. That was interesting, man.
No. Shit. What the hell?
So here is just for reference, so everybody knows kind of what we're talking about here. This is the profit and loss sheets that we're talking about. This is specifically for Strange World. Okay.
Yeah, this is nonsense.
So it is nonsense, and we'll get into it. So they're saying, hey, here's the box office revenue: 37 million, 35 million for a total worldwide of 73 million. Fucking pathetic, by the way. This is what we talk about all the time, how the revenues that they actually see are not exactly what the box office is, a little bit less than half of what the total worldwide box office actually is. They're saying they got $35 million back to the studio from that $73.5 million worldwide. They're also saying $30 million in revenue from home entertainment. Now, that's selling DVDs and Blu-rays, video on demand rentals, things like that, or people like actually buying it on their iTunes. That all counts for home entertainment. So 30 million, okay, if you say so, I guess. 55 million for television / streaming. Nobody, it's not on TV, okay? So you're just talking about streaming. That means that Disney Plus paid $55 million to Disney for the rights to stream their Disney movie.
Right, that's it.
And that's what this is, funny money. Now, in theory, is it supposed to work that way because they are probably separate entities? Okay, yeah, sure. But that's just mixing around the money. It's not like it was back in the day to sell that to fucking Netflix and actually make $55 million.
That's laundry, man. That's laundry.
Money.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's what we've been talking about on my channel for a while now. Kind of monitoring the changes and the shifts in patterns with these studios and how they do these post-theatrical pay-one windows, these releases to PVOD, these different windows that they traditionally had. Now, to Deadline's credit, so everybody understands, they've been creating these, winners and losers, top 10 things now for quite a while. They didn't have one for 2020, obvious reasons. They didn't have one for 2021, obvious reasons. So they just got back to it. So you can go back to like 2019, 18, 17, 16. You'll find these articles on Deadline. The formula that they use, like Ryan was talking about with the PVOD, the home entertainment, physical media sales, and then onto the pay one window, which is now basically collapsed into streaming for most people. That worked up until a point. But of course, in 2019, a lot of these companies just threw a switch, especially Disney, and started consuming all of their own product. They weren't farming it out anymore. And that's what we've been tracking. So to say that, first of all, I don't believe for a second that Strange World did $30 million in home entertainment at all. You're telling me that they somehow, collected 50% of home entertainment based on a ratio to their theatrical sales?
No way.
Bullshit. There's no way. It's absolute total crap. And yes, they put these in the charts because they've been doing it this way for years. So they say, yeah, we estimate the streaming revenue to be X. But yes, as Ryan correctly pointed out, that is, as we've been saying for a while, that's Disney paying itself. Now, that doesn't work when it's a movie that Disney also produced in-house and distributed in-house, right? So it's Fugazi. It's just moving money from the right pocket to the left pocket. The only time that actually works is for a company like Paramount and a movie like Top Gun. Or another good example coming up would be Disney when it comes to the case of Avatar or Avatar 2, because when they stroke that check for the streaming rights to go to Disney Plus, yes, part of that is Disney putting money from right to left pocket, but a big chunk of that check is going to go to Lightstorm and James Cameron, just as a big chunk of the check for Top Gun Maverick, even though it was distributed by Paramount, a lot of that's going to go to Skydance and to Tom Cruise. And by the way, little hint, I'll do a video later this week on this. The freaking payday that Tom Cruise, we just got some more updated news. Tom Cruise basically personally made more money off of Top Gun Maverick than Disney did with Pixar, Disney Animation, and Marvel Studios combined last year.
Whoa,
Yeah,
right.
That one, looking at that, he probably made like 200 million or more,
Ryan,
right?
what,
200 is about what he did.
Ryan, are you able to pull up that graphic again?
Yeah.
What are they?
well,
what are they
go
saying is the profit? Like, are they saying like, is that $300,000 after it's all said and done?
That's the wrong one. Hold. Those are actually profitable ones.
On
Don't
the
want
one
to
on
show that. They don't want to show the box office bombs.
No, I was just looking at the one that you had. Like, if you go
For
down,
Strange
it says,
World, what they're saying is that it lost
See that?
$197 million.
Right.
But what's that at the bottom? Cash on cash return.
That's the
just
ROI.
saying- Yeah, so basically that'd be like, hey, if we total like it spent $200 million to do everything with this and we made $300 back, that would be 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is. It's less than 1, which means you're losing money.
So even by this chart, they still say it lost 197 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
it's more.
And,
Probably 250.
and the whole thing,
Thank you,
man,
Ryan.
like, do you know how bad it would be, like, for the fact that they're in a position where they have to give themselves money to kind of offset something, just to kind of give
Make
optics,
it
like
look, make it look better.
yeah, it would be like me like super chatting myself on this channel. But
Jesus
by the way,
Christ.
yeah, like here we go. Like,
Who would
thank you
do
for the
that?
$10 super chat, guys. Geeks Gamers is awesome. You guys deserve all the super
$10
chats. This is, man, hey, thank you guys so much. But yeah, like I would, but like me, yeah, who would super chat themselves? Like that would make no sense. So Disney giving themselves money to try
Lightyear's
to
even worse.
yeah, to try to actually offset this and then pretend that we're just making money. You know what I mean? It's just so cringe. It's cringe beyond belief. But it's so
Cringe.
funny because all you have to fucking do is take care of the customer. It's something the Rippaverse has done. It's something that the Mario movie has done, and it's something that Top Gun Maverick did. And guess what? They all profited.
Well,
all
it's
profited
the tips and
exponentially.
tricks like of different entertainment industries. They do stuff like that to like kind of muddy up numbers to make it seem like they're doing a lot better than what they actually are. The music industry got away with this for a very long time with the introduction of digital sales, where if you, for example, would buy a album, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a window like during the 2000s and the 2010s where you could like purchase an album from anybody, and if it would say it came with a digital like version of the album, they would count that as 2 sales, right? Even though you only got one, they would count it as 2 sales. So that's how a lot of people were. They finally cut away with that. That's how a lot of people were able to kind of inflate their numbers with like with record sales and single sales, for that matter. So industries do this stuff all the time, but when you're trying to do stuff like to the degree that they're doing it and still have lost a significant amount of money, you almost can guarantee that they've lost more than what it is that they said that they lost, because they're moving numbers around. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of research kind of on Disney and stuff, and just, you know, I'm not gonna say they're a little paper tiger, man, but it's gonna be interesting these next couple of years to see kind of definitely with the whole thing going on with the parks, like how they're going to navigate with their company, because you look at their high amount of revenue. I believe in 2022 fiscal year it was like 80 something $1 billion dollars that they brought in. But then you start looking at like the expenses and the debt and the interest, and you know, they're only bringing in a net income of like $3 billion, and it's like, well, that's why they're firing all these people. That's why they're having to slim things down, because, well, they're not making as much like in pocket that we like to think it is that they are. They're not invincible. And considering that most of their money comes from the parks, that's really what's keeping them afloat. Jay knows that probably better than everybody here. It's going to be intriguing with this whole rivalry that they're setting up with DeSantis, if that's going to cut into that. You know what I mean? Or they're doing themselves and getting their asses maybe kicked by Universal, people considering other alternatives. It's going to be very interesting to see what this company does in the next few years.
Well, Rip, it's only angry YouTubers. They're the only ones. Never mind. There's a Screen Rant article that says the Super Mario Brothers movie is Disney's biggest nightmare. I thought it was just angry YouTubers trying to get clicks. It is just, all you need to have is a little bit of common sense to understand that Mario being the icon that he is and having a massively successful movie. You've got Universal Studios just opened up Super Nintendo World in California, and they're working on a bigger version of it in Orlando, and it's already been a success in Japan. This is big time a problem for Disney. They have pushed families away. They've alienated families, and now you have something that's not just a one-off. This isn't just a flash in the pan. This is something that could lead to a cinematic universe on the level of what the MCU has done, but just in video game form, and lead us to potentially a Smash Bros movie in like 8 or 10 years, which is the most insane thing to think about. And this is a big problem for Disney, a huge problem, not to mention the Harry Potter element, you know, because, you know, got Harry Potter World at Universal Studios. And Jay, you know this. What was it? Was it Halloween when Disney or Universal beat Disney for the first time? Was that what it was? Or was it Christmas?
It was just the overall census few months, that whole time frame that they counted people that went to the parks. So they beat Disney, but they also sold out their resorts over Disney in the month of October for their Halloween.
Damn.
But I mean, are we transitioning into
Let's do it. I'm all about the transition.
So,
shout out to Mr. Beast.
The crazy thing is, and I'll let Valiant speak on it even more, but I mean, DeSantis made a joke. I don't know if it was today or is it yesterday. He said, well, if Disney wants to play, you know, these funny games, he's gonna build a giant prison.
Greatest political troll I've ever heard.
Yeah, right next
hilarious.
to the. But actually today
he would be the perfect spot to hold all of their employees. After
right today actually Ron released a photo of what the prison would look like. And if you don't know what that is, that's the Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yes, that is the Galactic Star Cruiser.
But man, the Disney people, the Disney adults they lost their mind when he said that. I mean, the crazy thing is that Disneyland in California is doing a gay night, like a gay pride night thing.
I did see that.
After hours, all ages pride night.
Yeah, well, I mean, the truth is they've been doing Pride Weeks at Disney forever here in Orlando and in California. But the Disney adult crowd just lost their mind. They think that's an own to Florida. They were like, look, we're going to get DeSantis back by having a pride night against the Don't Say Gay bill. And it's like, that's in California. Like that doesn't own anything in Florida.
Yeah.
But they played this hardball where I guess the long term Disney did a thing where they got rid of Reedy Creek, and then it was like we were laughing at DeSantis, and then DeSantis came back and said, well, we might put tolls on your toll road and build a prison on your property because there's and so then now they're like this whole thing going back. But then Bob Iger made a statement. He's like, I'm open to talking to the governor about
because he's got nothing. Nothing.
He doesn't. He has absolutely nothing. I gotta. So every now and then, somebody comes in the chat and just gives me a great opportunity. Good old Tanner shows up and says, "All of you need to get punched."
What do I do?
Even the
Then run up on me, bitch.
Okay.
Wow.
Even the
You're probably a grown ass adult, and your name is Tanner. Pick a new fucking name. Grow up.
I appreciate this, Tanner.
After you finish with Tanner.
Yeah.
My brother's name is Tanner. I got to take that back.
Yeah, he just thought about it for a second. He's like, wait a minute, damn it.
Oh man.
So you can have this. The 199s can have fun with him. But
I want to share something real quick as Ripper was talking about the parks, and then I'll let Valiant talk about the governor. This was just released now, according to visitors of the theme parks in the U.S. This was actually kind of shocking because they ranked them, and of all parks this is the first time in its history that Universal Islands of Adventure was over the Magic Kingdom. Even the writer of the article was like, I was really shocked to see that Universal, because this is a smaller theme park, defeated the Magic Kingdom in visitors poll, which basically this whole thing was saying is like, when people that want to visit the parks, where do they want to go? And it's like more people are starting to pick Universal now over Disney.
So it's a customer satisfaction survey?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Got it.
Yeah.
Not surprised.
And what they were saying, like for the past like almost 10 years, it was always the Disney parks, all of them. Boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was everything else. And now they seem to be kind of getting mixed in. And this is the first time SeaWorld's ever made that poll too, which is really wild.
For people that aren't familiar with like Central Florida, I mean, like, it is monumental that Magic Kingdom is not number one. I mean, it is.
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big fucking deal because Disney World is massive and is the most visited place on the planet. It is stupid how many people visit that park, and the history that it has, the nostalgia that it has. It's a fixture. People save up for 5-10 years. Families do for vacations there, and Disney has done so much damage. And like for me, I used to really love going to Walt Disney World before all this shit happened. I don't go to Disney World anymore unless we're trying to do something for park hopping. I go to Universal. I just want to hang out at City Walk. I'd rather go to Universal. If I'm going there just to enjoy myself, it's Universal. And that's not something I was saying 5-10 years ago. Disney has done significant damage to their brand, and things like Mario are having an impact. Things like this DeSantis stuff. This DeSantis is massively popular. He's the most popular governor in the fucking country, and he won by a massive landslide in the state of Florida. And now Disney is fighting with him. Now, of course, they have a ton of international tourism, so that doesn't directly tie to the state of Florida. But the fact that you're fighting with the most popular governor probably in the history of the state, and the guy who's got so much momentum from that perspective, they're just taking L after L after L, and I'm here for it. I'm completely on board with it, and we'll see how this all plays out. But it's fun to watch. In fact, we might as well talk about this fucking nut job here. Keith Olbermann tells Disney World to escape Florida, tear down the park, and consider moving to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Thank you, Keith Olbermann, the gift that keeps on giving.
I just can't believe how nuts this guy is. For those that don't understand, I've repeated this 1,000 times. Walt Disney World is twice the size of Manhattan. Walt Disney World is a massive, massive place. If Disney tried to move Disney World,
They
I
lose
argue
so much
they would
fucking
not
money, man.
survive as a company if they
Yeah,
tried
that-
to move
'cause
Walt
that's-
Disney World.
Absolutely not.
They're,
No.
they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, because even if they did attempt to do that, I mean, that's really what's holding this company up right now. It'd be one thing if maybe they were bringing in so much money elsewhere, but because really what's sustaining this company is your parks. So even if you were going to tear down, losing the money from that you're not going to be bringing in, that would completely wreck that company. But it goes to show, just definitely with Keith Olbermann and many leftists, they're so economically illiterate that they think that that's even a viable thing for someone to do, and they act like, oh, it's just all good, tear it down, move to a fucking completely different area. Definitely,
they think it's just a castle. Like they're just gonna move a castle and a couple merry-go-rounds, and that's
even
about
that. Yeah, you couldn't even do that.
They think Disneyland, which is even then, that's still a huge piece of land, and they don't understand the decades of development that it took to create Disney World. Disney
to
World
become
is like
profitable, to become profitable.
It's a complex. It's a complex with everything they have: integrated transportation, even the waterways like lead everywhere. You can take boats to go everywhere in Disney. Like that took them decades to build, and then 4 parks on top of that.
It would take. Like, I'm not even fucking around money-wise. It would take like $500 billion, maybe more, to recreate everything they've done over the past half century plus, and all of that infrastructure.
It's like saying, again, just based on size. It's like saying just move Manhattan to Puerto Rico.
Push it somewhere else.
Plus,
it's such a
not that
dumb
hard.
statement. It's such a dumb
Plus,
statement.
even logistically, you've chosen to move an area that you can access by land to a place that you can only access by air or by sea. Like, it's absurd. Puerto Rico's 1,200 miles away from the U.S. mainland. Like, that's insane, man. Yes, it's 2 hours by plane, but then, okay, like we can drive there anytime. You live anywhere in the Southeast U.S., you can get to Disney in like less than 10 hours. So,
oh man, it's so great. These fucking ads on Fox News can go fuck themselves. Holy shit, jumping around.
Also, but
they got to pay an $800 lawsuit out. So, $800 million.
They also, these activists also put out a warning to for people not. to
I
come
saw
to
that.
Florida.
I covered that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, LGBTQA, B, C, D, don't come to Florida because terrible things might happen to you.
You might not be able to groom children.
Well, you got old.
Hang
Hang
on,
on.
hang on,
Something
hold
that
on.
went down yesterday.
Hold on. Jay, we do not disrespect the LGBT community around here. So
I wasn't.
please, let me. I want to hear from someone that respects them to clear that up right now.
Never apologize for standing up for an LGBTQ2 plus kid.
Speaking of Cubans, okay.
Go ahead, Ryan.
There's a bill here in Florida that's, I don't even know if I don't think it's actually been enacted yet, but there's potential for it to happen. The death penalty for people that sexually assault children.
Yep.
And that story made the rounds yesterday, and you had a bunch of members of the LGBTQIA community retweeting this as saying, this is disgusting. Now I can't even visit my family in Florida anymore for fear that I might be executed.
Why would you be? Like, what are you doing to kids? Like, I don't understand.
Yes, and they're all saying, like, this is a direct attack on the gay community. It's
That says way more than they, I guess, are imagining.
Y'all telling on yourselves there.
Well, it's a cell phone if I remember.
Well, Florida also passed that law where you can conceal carry without
permit.
And so that freaked a lot of people. That freaked them all out too. It's like, don't go to Florida because you don't know who's gonna have a gun there now. You don't.
As
know.
if it wasn't the state with like the highest
That's what I was
number
like,
of
you
concealed
wouldn't know
carry permit
anything.
holders as it was. So
I live in the most one of the most populous areas of gun ownership in the country. I don't remember if we had a murder last year. I mean, honestly, it's like where I live, it's crazy. Now you go over to New Orleans, and which is not far away, and it's a dumpster fire. I mean, it's so. I mean, this idea that people walk around. I mean, I've had a concealed carry permit now for 22 years, since the day I turned 21. As a matter of fact, and people just get the wrong idea about this kind of things, but. it's funny to watch Disney flounder with Florida. They're so wrapped up in this. They're missing the boat on things like, the MCU tanking and all this. But we've been telling folks since the get-go, Disney can do all they want with this Florida issue. It's not going to matter at the end of the day. They lost Reedy Creek. People fought with us, said no, they didn't. We said, well, they lost it, and now they're going to get it back, and they're going to not have this. Oh, no, it's the same thing. They just changed the name. No, it isn't. We've been telling people that, too. They're now subject to all kind of taxes and everything else. Disney can pull any and every shenanigan out they want, and I've gone and told people this, for people out there that are, like Keith Olbermann, that still don't know anything. It's really simple. This is a very simple concept. You don't even need a law degree to understand this. The Florida State Legislature is the body who empowers special taxing districts in Florida, of which there are over 1,700. And for 60 years, the Walt Disney Company in Reedy Creek was the only one that got the special rules the other 1,700 didn't have. Now they're being made to play under the same rules. And if you really think that 5 morons that the Walt Disney Company appointed to this board, who is governed by the Florida State Legislature, is going to lose a fight to the body that empowers them, the legislature, you're kidding yourselves. All the legislature has to do is pick up a pencil and act. It doesn't matter what they put into their document or their charter. The legislature just turns around and goes, no, we govern you. You don't govern us. You exist by our privilege and grace, and we'll take it away if you really want us to. It doesn't matter what Disney does, folks. It doesn't matter what cute things they do. It's over. It's over. That's it.
I think they're in really bad shape, and like I said, that kind of applies to like the Star Wars model, like we've been saying. Like Star Wars is done. It's done. It's over. It's not coming back. And Marvel's getting to that point now. Again, as we talked about, we covered the Guardians and how the box office is not looking super strong, and we'll see how that plays out. I mean, but even with Guardians, if it doesn't do over $800 million, that film's in trouble. This is a Marvel movie. This is crazy that we're at this point, and Disney has no more excuses, no more of the Disney shill excuses of the pandemic. People are scared to leave their house. No, they're not. Mario's proving that. Top Gun Maverick proved that. Avatar proved that. It's been proven more times than we can count now. You are doing a bad job across the board. So I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun watching the demise of them because, again, wokeness is a disease. And if you don't cut the disease out immediately, it will spread and infect everything. And that is what's happened with Disney. And what is this latest with so we covered it on
real
Daily
quick. Hey, Rip, I know you need a bounce. You'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be back in a bit. I'll be back in a bit. I'll tell the rest. I'll be back in a little under an hour. So I'll be
okay.
Right.
All right, cool, man. All right, later.
Nope.
I did see we got some more gifted memberships. We have Hayden Wayne, and I see people thanking Hayden. Tyler says, thanks, Hayden. Damn, y'all in the snake pit are some generous mofos. Damn right. So thank you. Jake the Vikings here says, hello from New Orleans.
Let's go.
It's fight week, baby.
Let's go.
Fight week for Jake the Viking. Looking forward
Greetings
to this,
my
man.
New Orleans
So,
peeps.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Jake. So good luck, buddy. You gotta keep us posted in the chat. Throw Jake the Viking some love, and he's gonna be repping us all. So happy for him. All right, let's get a couple of these super chats. Ryan, do you want to get a couple of these big ones real quick? Do you have the list pulled up? I've got.
I can get it quick.
Okay, and again, thank you guys. We've got 3,300 people just here on YouTube. We've got people watching on Rumble. Everything. We got Valiant Renegade here. You guys make sure you subscribe to his channel. He's good. He's a good follow. Knows what he's talking about. We've got a great crew, a great panel here. I think this guy's going to join us later. Dan Van or Dan Vaughn, something. I don't know. We're going to try to get him a signal boost here on the YouTube platform.
He's
I'll
on
be honest with
Latino
you guys.
time. He's taking a siesta.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, he struggles with his confidence.
Isn't he a banjo player?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
and he's not. And the ladies don't really ladies laugh at him. They don't really take him seriously. We're trying to boost his confidence. Jay's been working with him. It kind of showed him how to work with the ladies a little bit. I think we're gonna get there with him. He's a decent guy. So we'll see.
And was talking to me too. He's like, I thought Jay was gonna give me some more good advice, but he just kept talking about balloons.
It works for me.
All right, we got
it.
It
Works for me.
He said balloons are happy. That was a balloon.
It was a long day.
We got a couple big super chats. Peach Prince for $50.
Hey.
50.
Can't stay on. Got an early call time to set tomorrow. But y'all have a great night. Meeks all around.
Meeks. Chris is
Meek.
happy about
Meek.
So thank you, Peach Prince. Anthony. This is his name.
Funny.
Anthony Landolfini. This is a weird super chat, but for 50 Australian.
50.
This is my favorite streamer. Jeremy is best at the wrestling game than Ryan. And also I can beat Ryan at wrestling. Ripper, are you still selling your first issue of your comic books? I'm hoping Geeks and Gamers reach 400K subscribers next year.
Anthony, my boy, my Australian bro out there. I appreciate you, Anthony. I
Got
appreciate
bit by a
you.
brown snake when he was typing that.
I was going to say,
Have you ever had a dream that you wish that you could, that you were?
Was that a super chat from Google Translate? That's what I was wondering.
Anthony's good
as
peeps.
it was typed.
Anthony's good peeps, and I appreciate him. And I know he's got a podcast he just recently started, man. So good work on you, buddy. Good work on you.
Yeah, I don't know what wrestling game you're talking about. And I do think that Rippa is still selling. I saw him #1 if you go to rippaverse.com.
Yep.
Nice.
Maximum Weeb 2 for $50.
50.
50.
Fitty. I feel like I gotta say it now. So
You do. You do.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, so Hayden, who's here in the chat, Hayden Wayne, Hayden would always drop a $50 super chat. And there's one time he dropped a 20, but I was like, Hayden, for 50. Shit, I mean 20. And then so that honestly didn't mean it. I would.
Did he send the other 30 though?
Yes, he more than enough. More than enough times.
All right,
Hayden's a legend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maximum Weeb for $50. RIP to best friend Ron, died 2 weeks ago. NDE survivor, came back, brought me, my other friends back to God, source, our creator. Inspired to quit meaningless globo homo job 2 hours ago. Focus on just solving AI, AGI, alignment, Moloch problem. Otherwise, we all die. That's a heavy super chat there.
That was
Maximum Weeb.
God.
R.I.P.
There's a lot of source
your
material
friend
there.
Rob.
God
for your
bless.
friend Ron.
Yeah, sorry about your friend, man.
And Maxwell Weep says, "Yay, Ryan is reading my super chats."
Yes. So, RIP to
man.
your friend,
Yeah.
first of all. I'm glad if you didn't like your globo homo job, I'm glad you quit it. Then for another $50 from Maximum
50.
Weeb.
Fitty.
Anyone with computer background, focus on solving AI, AGI alignment before Moloch AI kills us in 18 months. Research Urbit, Liv Buri, Connor Murphy, Max Tegmark, John Carmack, Elon Musk, etc. Good AI will destroy Hollyweird and make all fan fiction Rule 34 real.
Hey,
Thank you,
we were
Maximum Weeb.
Hey, we were having that discussion. What was this thing you were talking about, Mike?
What thing?
You're not even fucking paying attention, are you?
No, I was listening to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
the
Elon
Drake
Musk.
thing?
I think.
Oh, you're talking about the Drake song? Because
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I've talked a lot about AI in the past, but yeah, there was a somebody used AI to create a beat, and they used it to use Drake and The Weeknd's voice to create a song, and
Yeah,
it sounds
it
like a
sounds-
legitimate fucking
Sounds like
song.
it just got released. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Really?
like it's actually like disturbing how good it sounds to like their voices, and this is
And
just
the
the
style
beginning.
and everything.
Yeah, this is just somebody sitting at home on their fucking computer doing this. This isn't somebody with like a ton of like, you know, resources at their disposal, like, you know, putting this stuff together. You know, the reality is, and I talked about this before, you know, the whole thing about like AI taking over and the Matrix and all of that stuff and like how that all works. It doesn't happen with like some hostile takeover like Skynet. All it does is one day you can't tell the difference between reality and what's real and what's fake. And the thing is, you might not actually know if what you're watching on the internet at any time is real anymore, because we're just now seeing this stuff. But if this is what we're seeing actively to the public, people that have resources, that have like access to like technology before all of this, have way more advanced technology than anything that we're seeing. That's why Elon Musk is going around the world saying, listen, this is a real problem for us. Like, this is like the most dangerous thing we're going to face as humanity, is not being able to distinguish reality from fiction, because this thing can make fiction reality now.
I've seen a full-blown hour-and-a-half Joe Rogan podcast that was strictly scripted from AI. And at least in this podcast, they gave it like a little precursor. This is not Joe Rogan saying this. It sounds like Joe Rogan. This is AI generated. But there's going to be a time where the people don't give a fuck whether they give that precursor or not, and they will try to frame people with AI.
And I talked about this a lot last night about with Cobra Cast, and I was talking about how look what happened just a few years ago. Like, they convinced everybody in the fucking world put on a mask, stay in your house.
Yep.
And they convinced everybody. I talked about Trump, not to make this all political, but I was like, Trump was a prominent fucking public figure for 40 years. Celebrity, going everywhere, featured on every news network, featured in films, featured in movies, featured in television. Nobody called him a racist. Started run for president.
Yep.
Suddenly he's the most racist human being that's ever lived. And you're like, how? So when you talk about like AI having, an impact, it's like people can be convinced of anything. Clearly, they don't do any research.
And here's the thing: AI knows human behavior better than human behavior. Like, humans know human behavior because it doesn't have to take. It takes its time. It can like be patient. It can seed ideas and concepts. And what's more beneficial for an AI is like having people fight over politics and fight over entertainment and stuff. I'm not saying that that's what's happening. I'm saying if like that's what you're focused on because it's running all these companies and running these companies into the ground because we don't know what's going on, and then it takes over and then it goes, cool, well, now it can create stories that we all love and want and can do it on the cheap. It can do it faster than any human being can ever do it. AI can write a script faster than any person can write a script at any time and do it with the same quality and the same level of skill that a good writer could. Like, I mean, and most people would be trained not to see that. Like, it's very hard to distinguish some of the good stuff, like with really advanced AI. Like, even the voice technology, some voice technology cannot distinguish the difference between a real person's voice and an AI voice. It uses the same inflections. I've heard people use Jeremy's voice to say crazy shit, and it sounds like Jeremy. It's not like it sounds like him with all his inflections, sometimes raises his voice on certain points and lowers it on others. I'm telling you, man, this shit is next level, man. This is a whole nother ball game that we're looking down, and we're just now seeing it, which means we're probably 10 years behind the ball on what exactly is happening. So
it is. It's crazy times. Crazy times.
Yeah. Well, and then just imagine the paralysis that you can put a society in now, where like you can have the president of the United States or Xi Jinping or Putin say something, and they could be like, we're going to declare war on the West, or we're going to declare war on Russia and China, and at that point, countries knowing that this is at such a high level now, especially if state actors are using this technology, that they're basically like, we can't even act on anything, whether it's true or not, because we can't find out whether it's true or not. So that could actually be used as almost like a tacit threat. Yeah, it's counterintelligence. Exactly. You can manipulate your adversary to do what they want because they never know what you're actually doing. So eventually all the sides are just like, we can't even do anything because we're paralyzed at this point because we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Bashy Washy for $50.
50.
You laughing at?
We're like, AI, man, it's taking over the world. Bashy Washy for $50.
As soon as I saw an opportunity to end the conversation and move to the next one, I did. So Bashy Washy for 50. Damn cat out of the bag. Jeremy's paying me to send all those super chats and membership gifts. That makes sense.
You know it. Yeah, Bashy Washy bullied me with super chats and gifted memberships into watching the Tetris movie. And I just don't know if anybody really deserves that type of treatment. And here I am enjoying the hell out of it. The Tetris movie was fantastic. So shout out to Bashy Washy for that. It really is. It's really good.
Check it out. Okay.
It's really good. It's solid as hell. And I did that as a person that really does not like Apple at all. But hey, Bashy Washy demanded it, and the chat is always right. And so, but it really is good. Taryn Edgerton did a really good job. I think most, like, Gaming Historian has a full breakdown of the Tetris, story. And I think most of the stuff in it, generally speaking, is pretty accurate. There's some stuff, obviously, that they drummed up. There's like a chase scene and stuff like that. But overall, really good. And there's a lot of nostalgia into it. It really, for gamers, for nerds, I think they'll really appreciate how they told the story. I liked it a lot, though. Solid movie.
It's awesome.
Solid movie.
Cool.
Josh Wright for 50.
50.
I might have missed it. But what's your take on the Resident Evil 4 remake? Since taking over as sous chef, I don't have much time to watch most of your streams anymore. So maybe you already have talked about it. And Epic Meek, you're a legend.
Epic Meek. So I
Beardo played
did
RE4.
I purchased the game yet to even play it, but Beardo did a review for Geeks and Gamers Play. Beardo, what did you think of it?
Yeah. So there's a review of it, an official review on Geeks and Gamers Play channel, and I'm actually on my second playthrough right now on the hardcore mode currently. I think it's fantastic. So the original Resident Evil 4 is widely considered the best Resident Evil game of all time by many Resident Evil fans. I think Resident Evil 4 Remake is right up there with being just as good. I would say that it's probably either the best or the second best Resident Evil game, second to the original Resident Evil 4. It's fantastic. It's a great remake. If you are into horror video games, pick this one up, even if it's full price. I'd say go for it. If you can't afford full price, definitely wait till it goes on sale and then get it because it's that good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. It really is. I like this comment here. LOL, Beardo randomly yells number
13.
That's from Nips Litter.
27. He's a quarterback before.
I love this. I love this. What the fuck is 199? You know what? I gotta give somebody a shout out. I saw this earlier, and to me, this is just cool as hell. I don't know how. I guess it was like on my timeline on Twitter, but Christian Rocker is a person that follows us. But I saw his bio. Look at his bio. Look at that. That's badass,
Whoa.
man. That's
There you
awesome.
go.
I was like, hell yes.
With the
So
snake
shout
right
out.
there?
Yes. I was like, okay, that's cool as hell, man. So the 199 stuff just is blowing up, and merch is incoming. I've already talked to Suresh 221B. We're working on getting you guys
He's from Alabama.
So yeah, roll tide.
Go. Hayden for 50.
50.
50.
No, Jeremy used that to gift me. Maybe he means grift. Hayden for 50. No, Jeremy used that to grift me into doing a 50 on top of the 20. Valiant, LMAO. I love this group and these people. Can't wait to meet as many of you as possible in Vegas. You too, chat. AI is going to change stuff, and Disney will still be dumb.
That is true. That is true. That is very true. Thank you, Hayden. Appreciate you, brother. And yeah, looking forward to meeting you. A week from tomorrow is the Vegas meetup, and it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait.
Maximum Weeb for 50.
50.
50.
50.
Got rare Blu-rays of Person of Interest doing a rewatch now, and it's unusual how much a documentary it's turning out to be. Phenomenal series worth a watch because that type of AI shadow war more than likely been happening for years. Game theory. Thank you, Maximum Weeb.
God dang, did you see Mike drink like 3 gallons of water? Just hold that cup up. He just downed it like.
Is that what you were laughing about?
Yes.
I noticed I was drinking water.
I'm looking at Jay. I'm like, what the hell is he laughing
Normally
at?
I go off camera because I know Jay's gonna find it funny if I drink out of it. So
Oh my god.
I was like, I'll just let it happen. I was thirsty.
I didn't mean to laugh during your super chat.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I just can't help myself.
No, I mean, we here at Geeks Gamers, we have a very talented crew here at Tuesday night's main event. Jay laughs during super chats, and Beardo just with his Tourette's just screams out random numbers. And
75.
Shaz Navi for Ozzy, $15.
15.
Jay,
Oh, no.
you're super cute, especially as a balloon. Boop.
I'm glad Ryan read that one and not me.
No, that's weird. Made me uncomfortable. Damn.
Nardigal.
Hey,
Thanks for
Valia,
calling.
how long do you have tonight? Because I don't want you to keep. I know you. Have
No. Actually, I've managed to clear the decks. This is the good thing about having 2 teenage daughters, the oldest of which who drives. So she is going to get the other teenage daughter right now. So
Okay,
I'm good.
excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, man. You just let us know if you need to bounce, but you can stay as long as you want. So.
Let's see. Forgotten for 10. Here's part of my 51%. Wanted to thank you all for making me laugh. It's hard to laugh these days. Mom's in the hospital with cancer. I don't want to bring anyone down.
Geez.
Appreciate you all.
Oh, man.
That's
God bless.
rough, man.
Nah, man.
Just keep powering through.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, one thing about the show is we obviously talk about a lot of stuff that's going on in the entertainment industry, but I think we have a lot of fun here on Main Event. We do a lot of laughing. There's a lot of jokes,
I have
memes.
a ton of fun.
Yeah, Ryan just has a blast. He's just happy the whole time. But we know that helps kind of take you guys out of whatever situations you may be in. So we're really sorry to hear about that, but hopefully we can at least entertain you for a few hours. And if we do that, I'm pretty happy. So just keep us posted, man. Let us know if you need anything.
Dr. Spike for 50.
50.
I was like, do
Anybody
I have to
else
be the
want
second
to
guy?
go?
50.
I didn't know if he was going to say it the 3 times.
You gonna read it?
50, 50,
says-
50.
He says 50,
Let's go.
50, 50. Thank you, Dr. Spike. Nardragal for 5. Shout out to all my diggas in chat. Thank you.
I'm glad Ryan read that one too.
Oh, no. That was
Hard R, Ryan Kinnell
that
read that one. That was going to get close.
That
So,
was close. That was close.
Oh my God. I am never going to financially recover from this.
Almost
Did you-
pulled a Matt
is it-
Walsh.
Isn't he running for there was a report that he's running for Democratic presidential nominee from jail? That was a legit
That
report.
might be. I kind of hope he is. Yeah.
I
Hey,
hope so too.
Trump might have to
run
do
before,
it. Then
so.
so can Joe Exotic.
Let me see. I swear I saw a report on that. Is it
M. Parker
true?
for 5. Thank you, M. Parker. Agent X for 5. Hail, TNME. What are you guys' thoughts on Jedi Survivor? Regardless of how Star Wars has been handled, it looks pretty good. There's a lot of people that really like Jedi Fallen Order, and I think that they're going to be really happy with Jedi Survivor. It looks like they've taken everything and upped it to the next level. I think there's more content, more stances, more abilities to do things with your weapons, and it looks cool. And what I like about it is Cameron Monaghan seems to really fucking love playing Cal Kestis, and he at Star Wars Celebration, from all the people that were there that I knew about and that had talked to me, they said that he was by far like the best in terms of interacting with fans and just being excited to be a part of it and be there. So that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They added a whole bunch of like character customization too. Like you can change his hair and his beard and stuff like that. My one gripe with the whole Fallen Order and Survivor is still the lightsabers are kind of just like baseball bats. There's no dismemberment when you're attacking the stormtroopers. That kind of bugs me because it's a fucking lightsaber that you're using. But other than that, the games are great.
Well, the Obi-Wan lightsabers are like a baseball bats too.
It's true. They changed canon in Obi-Wan to make it match.
Yep.
We got
there is dismemberments and stuff for animals and obviously droids.
The droids, yeah.
But yeah.
Here we go.
I'm Joseph Maldonado, running for president of the United States. One reason that I stepped my foot in this race is to confront the government corruption. Now, I know a lot of you think that I'm strictly in this for the animals and my own agenda, but I'll promise you, if you watch the rest of my videos, you'll see I can solve Social Security, the hungry, the veterans, our country's deficit, and many other things.
This is from his like 2016 campaign.
Was it? I was about to say because isn't he still in prison?
He just tweeted. Well, he just hit. This is a. I don't know if is that him.
That is. I mean, I do think that's him, but the problem is he's not in a.
No, he's in prison. So
right.
Okay.
So because
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
still
Benny tweeted this out. Breaking: Tiger King Joe Exotic announces primary challenge against Biden as Democrat running from jail.
Yeah.
Wait, what does it say? We are at the stage in our country when Joe Exotic is the intellectually superior candidate to the incumbent president nominated by the Democrat
I have a
Party.
quote from. I have the quote that he released from his campaign website too.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really, really, really hope that he somehow gets out the campaign.
Please.
Ends up on the debate stage.
Please,
You know how
God.
good that would be
That
for
would
my
be
Cobra Cast?
legendary.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that is
Netflix is gonna
100%
sponsor the
his
debate.
old.
So
either
that was
his,
the
like,
old one.
his
The old-
government, or because he ran for governor. once and stuff like that. I guarantee
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
an old one that he did that he just rebranded with that fucking logo.
I do have this is the official statement on his website though, with his actual personal message. He said, "Thank you for your interest in my campaign. Yes, I know I'm in federal prison, and you might think this is a joke, but it's not. It's my constitutional right to do this even from here. It gets better. So put aside that I am gay, that I'm in prison for now, that I used drugs in the past, that I had more than one boyfriend at once, and that Carol hates my guts.
He
This all
already has
nothing-
more street cred than Joe Biden right there.
Can we just acknowledge that he listed like a bunch of like reasons that people would despise him and hate him, and gay was the first one he listed. Like he did that. That's what he actively decided to do.
Gay.
This all has not a thing to do with me being able to hear your voice. The best thing for you the best thing you have going for supporting me is that I'm used to fighting my whole life just to get by. I am broke. They have taken everything I ever worked for away. And it's time we take this country back." So that's his official.
And we have an official response from Joe Biden.
It was all about, well, you know, gay bathhouses and everything. It's all about round the clock sex. It's all, come on, man. It was all about.
Whoa.
If Joe Exotic actually does this, I will promise right now on Tuesday night main event, Renegade Politics will be a new channel. I will do it just for that. I don't care if it goes 3 months. I will make 4 videos. If I will make a channel just to cover that.
How do we get him on the debate stage? Like, that's all I want. Like,
how do we get him on FNT?
Oh God. A certain percentage of the votes in the primaries.
Ankle monitor. Josh Wright for 50.
50.
What are your thoughts on Mando? Will he die in the season finale?
Sure hope so.
That's the rumors, right?
It certainly could. I mean, he's captured right now because he's a dumb cocksucker, and Bo-Katan's better than him in every way. But certainly he could. What if they kill Grogu? That'd be funny.
That won't happen. He's worth too much money to Disney.
Yeah.
I think that.
I think Din's gonna go.
I think he definitely could, or maybe he gets his brain scrambled like Dr. Pershing.
If he dies, you guys mute my Twitter if you haven't already, because I'm going back to all those little pathetic people that were celebrating Cara Dune might be dead and just trolling them all day tomorrow. That's my goal.
If Pedro
Din
dies,
that Cara Dune is still alive.
Pedro
Is it
wanted out.
tonight? Is it
Pedro
tonight?
wanted out of the show.
It's like
Well,
3 in the morning. I
3 in
think
the
it comes
morning,
on.
So it does come out tonight?
yeah, 3
Is this
Midnight or 2 a.m.
The
Eastern
finale?
or whatever.
The finale's tonight?
Yep,
Yeah.
the finale.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Finale of
Pedro's
Parties
been
on
wanting out of
Thursday.
this show for some time. I think we've all covered some of the rumors that as time went on, it seemed like there was more, evidence from more bigger sources that seemed to corroborate this, and we've seen what happens. I think that's kind of what's going on here. And then you've got this mantra that's being put out by Disney that was at Star Wars Celebration talking about how, well, the Mandalorian doesn't just mean Din Djarin anymore.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, that. If that was not like a big old red flag, police lights, sirens in your face, get ready, folks. In a few hours, you're probably going to find out that one way or another, that character is going to be either completely or largely exited from this universe.
In some way.
Yeah.
Like the fact that this entire season's been like a really bad relay handoff of Grogu by Din Djarin to Bo-Katan. Like Grogu sits with Bo-Katan when they're driving places now. Like she's become his mom, kind of, and they're really getting it ready for. Yeah, this guy just happens to die. Now you're with Bo-Katan. That's what it feels like, anyway.
Mm-hmm. We've been talking about in the last couple of weeks, especially since Star Wars Celebration. I can tell you, people like WDW Pro, myself, a lot of the other folks on our crew. We've talked. I think Tom from Midnight's Edge has agreed with us. He brought this up as well. We're looking at what's starting to really genuinely feel like Jon Favreau's looking for the door at this point.
Yeah, I think like it doesn't. Like I know. Listen, there's been this whole Civil War thing for a long time. Kathleen Kennedy is the boss. Always has been the boss. People work for her. And if you get tired of working for her, you leave. Or she fires you, one or the other. And I mean, like, if that happens and Jon Favreau, takes off, that would just be one more indicator that, yes, Kathleen Kennedy always has been and always will be the boss. And even before this season, you had all these things connecting to the sequel trilogy. Season 3 is leading right up and explaining everything that happens in the sequel trilogy, from Snoke cloning to Operation Necromancer, bringing Emperor Palpatine back with fucking Hux's dad. Like, it is all connected. This is Disney Star Wars.
Who's the guy that was talking about the Favreau issues? The reporter, Jeff Snyder.
Jeff Snyder.
Yeah. So there, because
He's
he
one
did
of those,
he did a video with John Roca, who's a former Collider loser. But Jeff Snyder's been connected for a long time, but he basically said that Jon Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy had a big falling out after season 2 and the whole Bo-Katan thing. Look, Jon Favreau, I like Jon Favreau. He's also the guy that did the fucking Lion King, the live action Lion King. Okay. He also did the Jungle Book. Those things can't be ignored, but at the same time, I like and I just like him in general too. He seems like a really decent guy, a genuinely decent dude, but he did do the Lion King's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That live action Lion King was awful. And that just showed he will kind of do whatever he needs to do, and which is fine. But it's clear that something is different. Whatever you think about The Mandalorian, I liked the first season, and I liked a lot of the second season. The Gina Carano thing, and then among all the other nonsense that they've done, is where the point where I'm just checked out. But there's something clearly different about season 3. The reviews say it. The fan reviews say it. Everybody's reaction to this season 3, from what I've heard, I haven't seen season 3, but it's clear that from what people are saying, it's drastically different.
It's very different.
What we were.
It feels a lot like Book of Boba Fett to me. So
it does.
I don't know, but I'll just say this: if Favreau does step away at some point, which I think he probably will within the next year or two, and Dave Filoni's gonna stay there. Dave Filoni's not going anywhere. Dave
Filoni's actually an employee of Lucasfilm. Gollum Creations, which is Jon Favreau's company, the LLC that does all the productions of The Mandalorian. They're a contractor. So there's a very different business relationship. But one thing I was going to say was, everybody's food for thought, and I know y'all have talked about this many times in the past. There's a big difference between a lot of the directors and the creatives that Disney has brought in as a contractor, like Jon Favreau, their own work versus the corporate stuff that they're asked by companies like Disney to pump out. Look at Sam Raimi, the Marvel stuff, like with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. All these, they bring in these big names, right? And you go, oh my God, they got this guy to do this movie. This is going to be great. And then it turns out to be just a giant pile of cow shit. And that's because that corporate hand gets on there. Yep. You look at Jon Favreau's work, what he's done independently versus what he has pumped out for Disney. Now, Disney is very happy with him because Jon Favreau has made Disney a shit ton of money. I mean, a shit ton of money. And I do think, now again, this all goes back to people's perspective. And I'm glad you brought up the Civil War issue, because one of the things I've always asked people to, when people bring that up, I say, well, what does the Civil War thing mean to you? Because I've heard so many different flavors of description on what that is. I think to an extent there was something. Jon Favreau is a creative. We know he didn't like what Disney did with the sequel trilogy. He's pretty much stated that. Do I think that Jon Favreau came up with his own ideas, his own plans, especially being as close to he was with Disney, being a professional creative like he is, that he came up with, hey, look, we could do this, that, and the other thing, and he tried valiantly to get that through. He tried to push that through and get something done at Disney. Yeah. I think it'd be crazy to think he didn't try to do something like that, being the guy that Favreau is. Was he ultimately successful? No. And obviously the Gina Carano situation had a huge impact. I'm going to tell you what will happen with Book of Boba Fett. Part of this is, information that we have from third-party partners, let's say with the Walt Disney Company, that have been very much dead on balls accurate with the information that we've gotten from them. And that is that there was a big concern at the Walt Disney Company, largely because of the Gina situation, that was going to push Mando Season 3 back almost 2 years from the point that Season 2 concluded. And Grogu was the only thing at that point that was driving merchandise sales, okay, for Star Wars. Everything else was kaput. I mean, except the classic Star Wars was still doing very, very well. Nothing from the sequel trilogy, but everything else, it was no longer an evergreen property as it's referred to in that merchandise industry. Marvel is now losing its evergreen status as well. Disney's got some real problems. So the issue became that the way the information lined up, I pretty much put 2 and 2 together, and although I don't have anything directly to back this up, but I can tell you based on solid information that we've heard from sources that Pro and I have discussed and just business intuition, I can tell you that Disney made a decision. They had to force Grogu into Book of Boba Fett as a stopgap because they had to have something that was going to satiate their third-party merchandise partners to be able to drive sales of those very successful toy lines, okay? And some of these rumors that we're hearing now, like from Mr. Snyder and some of these other places that are talking about how there was a falling out and there was a forced issue with putting Grogu back into Book of Boba Fett, it's all starting to line up with what we talked about months ago, that this kind of came down to a commercial merchandising issue. It basically blew up what Favreau was trying to do. And I think and it goes into the conversation we just had about, this is why I think Favreau is trying to look for the door at this point. We're starting to get that sense like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm just, there's nothing I can do here. I can't do what I want to do. I've created these characters and this is where we are. And this Rey movie is coming forward. They're going to drag Grogu into that. Okay, that's going to be part of it. I'm telling y'all right now. Again, because of merchandising issues. So I mean,
that's probably what their idea is, to try to save the box office for that too, because Daisy Ridley ain't going to carry nothing. And it's kind of, I mean, Disney's there. One thing that they are good at is really kind of protecting really, really horrifically bad films. At least they have been, like Captain Marvel, for instance. They were able to give the idea that was actually a successful movie, when in reality it was just capitalizing off of the momentum from Infinity War and Endgame and the closing of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think, again, and maybe I'm really detached from Star Wars right now. Is Baby Yoda still a big draw at this point?
Not as much as it was, and that has
shines
been
one off.
Big concern with, especially not just Disney, but this has been a big concern with these major, multi-billion-dollar partners that they have in the merch world. And this is where some information comes to Pro and I will tell you that these sources have now collectively across the board in the last couple of months have absolutely scooped 4 different movie studios at this point, weeks in advance, and all now have been confirmed. We're talking the Harry Potter show that we called months in advance on HBO Max with the reboot and the new cast, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe that Chris Pratt was hilariously uttered the words about a week or 2 ago, said the NCU. So, I mean, these are people, and this is information that gets to some of these folks that are outside of the realm of Disney itself, and that's why sometimes that when we get information from those folks, it's like, if they're hearing it, that means it's made it to a certain corporate level at Disney that is now being discussed outside the company at official capacity for long-range marketing planning. So,
real quick,
this is what I'll say about the Civil War. You can take it many ways. If you think that the Civil War is just people having disagreements about the direction of things between kind of executives and creators, that's not a civil war. That's called the entertainment industry. That happens all the time. If you think that the Civil War is Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni secretly trying to retcon the sequel trilogy and take over Lucasfilm to have Kathleen Kennedy fired, that is never happening. And that's a lie.
Right.
I think
that's
it's
different levels.
It's
You're right.
Pretty obvious that Favreau is unhappy, for sure. I think that's anybody with common sense can. And speaking of being unhappy, I'm unhappy now because Dan Vasquez is here. So, hello, Dan Vasquez.
Yo! Hello. Wait a minute. Is this not a Fortnite stream?
No.
How do you let Dan Vasquez in here and not make him do like a rock intro as he comes in?
I know it.
Hey, I'm not appreciated here.
No, Gary has more subscribers, so he has no problem doing songs for Gary, but I don't have enough subscribers anymore. So.
Gary passed me. That's right. Gary passed me the other day. You guys know that?
Yeah, well, that's why you're here. We know you're struggling on YouTube, so we're trying to give you,
Yeah, I'm trying to rebuild. So, yes, exactly.
So, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Doing great. How are you guys doing? What did I miss?
Good. Honestly, for the first time ever in this channel, Dan, we've talked about the demise of Disney, the success of the Mario box office, and I made a reference to Trump, which is the first time I've ever said that on YouTube. So
imagine all the new audiences that are coming in on that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's been pretty crazy. And we determined that Beardo has Tourette's. So
and Mike drank like 3
Has
gallons
what?
of water.
Fuck.
he just spews out, just numbers now.
4 gallons of water.
Yeah.
You drank.
Okay.
How many? 4 gallons?
4 gallons of water, yeah.
And we have Valiant Renegade here. I don't know if you know Valiant Renegade, Dan, but
No, I don't. Hey, nice to meet you, man.
I'm a big fan of all your posts. The music and stuff you do is amazing. So it's an honor to meet you,
Thank
sir.
you. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Valiant. We have a rule around here. We don't compliment Dan. So let's.
I'm sorry. Let me start over. Hi, Dan. Fuck you.
Yeah. Teach you the meaning of pain. I'm going to teach you the meaning of humiliation. I'm going to teach you the meaning of defeat. Oh, you better prepare.
I'm trying to be a good guest, and I guess you want to curse this guy out, I'll do that. That's fine.
Yes, absolutely.
That's the Geeks and Gamers motto. Yes.
All right, there we go.
Jay, and again, you've asked what's going on. Jay actually laughed at a super chat, which has never happened on
that's
the show,
so rude, man. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that, Jay?
I don't know.
Is that it?
He's trying to be.
What do you want me to say?
That's your best defense?
It's my best defense.
It's like
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Whenever I toss something to Jay,
Oh man, it was absolutely amazing.
I like how he tried to put so much energy into that because it was the only thing he had to say.
So the whole thing was like, we're out there, we give our monologue.
Here we go.
Ryan, hey Ryan, what are we doing out here? Ryan, boom, 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 boom.
Ryan
What about you,
said
Jay?
everything.
Oh man, it was absolutely amazing. I'm like, okay, I guess it's my turn again.
He was ready for his Discovery Channel reality show right there, man.
Ryan
That was
said
it.
everything. He said all the good stuff.
There was nothing else Jake could have said. I
stole
said
all your
everything. Not just everything. I said everything.
Everything.
Everything. All of it.
Except for
absolutely
amazing.
amazing. Yes.
I got that in.
Oh Lord.
All right, well, we haven't talked about Jonathan Majors, and this is a big problem for Marvel right now. And we talked about this a little bit on Geeks and Gamers Daily, and we uploaded the clip as well. But if you know me or Ryan or any of us, we're going to make another topic out of this story and make a little more grift out of it. So
well, and it's actually relevant to talk about this again because since we talked about it in the morning, Jeremy, there's been an update. Jonathan Majors has actually been fired from a couple different Hollywood projects. Just less than 24 hours after the news broke that Jonathan Majors had been dropped by his managing partner, also dropped by his PR firm amid all the other problems surrounding the arrest and the charges related to domestic violence. Well, then we heard this. Jonathan Majors booted from multiple projects following assault charges. This came out on Deadline a couple hours before the stream started. Hollywood's wariness of Jonathan Majors grows. Actor no longer starring in The Man in My Basement movie and also cut from a Texas Rangers ad campaign, as well as another something that was supposed to be on TV. Let me see if I can find it here.
Not going
the
good.
5th season of Otis Redding's biopic, which the Emmy-nominated actor was circling. Like, everybody basically except Marvel at this point is walking away from Jonathan Majors. And if you would have said that 2 months ago, people would have called you crazy because 2 months ago, this motherfucker was everywhere. You couldn't turn your head without seeing him in an ad or in a box office or something. He was on this meteoric rise in Hollywood.
Yep.
And now 3 weeks after he was arrested for these allegations for domestic violence, it seems like everybody wants to stay quiet about it. And it seems like there's something more here because we have seen people do reprehensible shit in Hollywood. We've seen people do bad stuff in Hollywood, Ezra Miller, and not lose out on jobs, at least not this quickly for something like this. So it feels like maybe there's something going on behind the scenes. Maybe people in the know more than we know about another shoe that might drop in this situation. It's just weird.
It is. And Marvel had this guy, kind of set up for a big part of the universe moving forward. And the fact that they're still holding on to him is really strange. You would want to get rid of him now while everyone else is getting rid of him if there was something, and you would think they would have that information as well. But I do think that it does. That's kind of what it seems like. What is going on with this guy? What is the information that people clearly have? I don't know, man. It's a bad situation for Marvel, which is a good situation for us because I'm always happy to call out Marvel and hold them accountable for their left-wing propaganda and their double standards and their identity politics. And they found themselves in a really tough spot right now because if you fire a black man, you could be called a racist. And that's not a place you want to be in with the audience that you've cultivated. But it seems like there's more to this.
One thing for Marvel, just before the rest of the discussion starts, is he is in Loki season 2, which is supposed to come out within the next several months, at some point before the end of the year. So, maybe they're hesitant to announce ties cut with him and then still have to put that out. Maybe they're in a holding pattern, kind of like they were for the Ezra Miller situation, where they know they have an upcoming project and they don't want to say anything, but they're not going to commit to anything after that. I don't know.
Ryan, it's also about the wrong thing. He didn't do the wrong thing. If he had made like something, if he had done something like Gina Carano did, posting the right meme, then he would be in trouble. But since he didn't do that, it wasn't something cancelable by their standards. That is no problem.
Definitely not yet. Now, so what was the story about? And you're right about that, though, in general, because again, it's the wrong thing. What was the thing with the video? So his attorney released these text messages as proof that he did nothing wrong, but in reality, the optics of that was terrible and the backlash was massive. So, but they also, at the time when they released those text messages, there was apparently video that exonerated him, correct, Brian?
Based on what the lawyer said. So
yes.
After Jonathan Majors was arrested, his lawyer came out and made a statement saying, we know that these charges will be dropped, imminently because my client is innocent. We have multiple recanting of the alleged crimes from this supposed victim. We also have a witness who was in the Uber or the taxi, whatever it was, when the time that this happened. And we have a video that completely exonerates my client. We're looking forward to proving his innocence. They released the text messages, which are, by the way, the witness recanting according to them, which is a couple times in text messages saying, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have tried to grab the phone from you. That then led to us having a physical fight. So take that with whatever you will. But we've not seen that video, even though she said they have it. Maybe they're waiting to present it in court. But if you leak the text message to TMZ, why wouldn't you leak the video if it shows your client being completely innocent?
Well, do we think that there's probably so we know why they're probably hanging on to Ezra Miller because they're got to release the Flash movie. You don't want to fire him prior to that. Do you think because he's appearing in Loki season 2, do you think that's why Marvel's probably holding on? And then as soon as that's out of the way, then they figure out a way to push him on out the door. And because that seems like the most realistic situation right now. How much is he in Loki season 2 that we know of?
I've heard not a ton, but he is in it.
Is it enough to edit out though?
You couldn't edit out. I don't think you could edit him out, considering the finale of Loki season 1 was about this thing with Kang, and then the end credit scene was about Kang taking over the whatever the stupid fucking thing is. So I don't think you could take him out of it, and I think it's too late to recast or whatever. So I think that's kind of the pickle that they might be in with it. Yeah. But what it sounds like to me, more and more, what it sounds like to me is that they were in the back of the car. Jonathan Majors on his phone, and maybe his girl thought he was texting another girl or something, and he said, "Hey, who's that on your phone?" He says, "No." She tries to take his phone, and something happens. Now, if that something happens, is she starts fucking hitting him because she's mad, and then he turns around and tries to stop her. Tries to hold her down, tries to just get her to stop fighting. Okay, that is what it is. Now, if she tries to take his phone and he hauls off and fucking punches her, that's a different story. I think the reason they haven't released the video is because it might show something not so good for Jonathan Majors.
Well, we got an update real quick. Solid source right here from the MCU fan says the text prove he's innocent. So I just wanted to make sure. Breaking news here on Tuesday night's main event. Very solid, unbiased source. Go ahead, Valia.
No, I was going to say, I seem to remember a situation years ago. Wasn't it Oh God, it was an NFL player. Was it Ray Rice?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
With the elevator. Okay, the
Yep.
famous elevator video, right?
Yep.
And look, what he did was straight wrong. You never hit a woman, I don't care what. But I mean, like when they showed the whole video, I remember she was. I mean, they were both drunk off their ass. She was like hitting him, pounding him, all
and
kind of
spit in his face.
Yeah, and he just like in a drunken reaction just turned around and popped her. That does not make it right. But obviously it showed a little bit more context to what was going on. It wasn't just he decided to beat his wife. You know, but I don't know if this is the same kind of situation. I don't know what happened here. We'll find out. And like you guys said on the video clip y'all released earlier today on Geeks and Gamers, you know, we don't want to prejudge, right? We have an American jurisprudence system that says you're innocent until proven guilty. Now, it doesn't look good that, you know, all of these agencies that he's affiliated with, you know, that he's contracted with, he's a legal client of these PR firms. It doesn't look good that they're doing that. But again, as we've learned time and time again, at the end of the day, that doesn't mean shit. Look at what happened with Justin Roiland and Rick and Morty dude. I mean, that guy, he got fired from his own damn company the next day when those allegations came out, and apparently, from what we've seen so far, they all turned out to be complete bogus nonsense. Yeah. So I mean, this could wind up being the same thing, and this guy is just caught in the whirlwind of it. We don't know, but I do find it a little bit interesting that Hollywood, for 2 months, was just pushing this guy like he was, you know, the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then all of a sudden, you know, the articles today on Deadline or Variety, wherever it was from, was like, Hollywood is growing wary of Jonathan Majors. I'm like, really? Bruh, yeah, we got wary of him 2 months ago when y'all wouldn't shut up about him. You know, it's like, and it's funny how this works out, but God bless him. I hope this all turns out to be, you know, an overblown situation for everybody involved. But you know, right now, it doesn't look good, but we don't know the whole story.
I tend to think it's just that they're hanging on until Loki season 2. And
how do I find this video?
Which one?
Video's not released.
No, they didn't release it. They didn't release, so we haven't
Unless you mean
seen
the Ray
it,
Rice
so.
one. I love that
one.
I wore a Ray Rice jersey to a Pittsburgh Steelers game this season that happened to Ray Rice.
Ooh. God damn it.
I got it on discount.
Like, please just buy it, man. I can't.
Oh man, yeah. I think. Look, at the end of the day, if I could say anything, genuinely, Marvel, don't do anything. Just give me a few more months of content. That's it. That's all. Thank you, Marvel. That's all I care about.
You also have to look at what Marvel's done before. I mean, with the whole James Gunn situation, they fired him from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because of, you know, certain explicit parties he was throwing that, you know, are mostly frowned upon.
I didn't know that.
With most of us, he was throwing these parties that were themed, you know, they were themed a certain way. Just, I believe the term isn't acceptable on YouTube, so I'm not going to say exactly what he was doing.
Can we see on the private chat later? I'm really curious.
But he was throwing not so favorable parties, and Marvel fired him from Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and then like a few months later they rehired him.
Yep.
Well, you know, the thing with that is, and just obviously Majors is a completely different scale here, but you know, regardless of what James Gunn did, that decision cost Disney, we can now see it in the box office, that cost Disney billions of dollars when they did that. Billions with a B. Because James Gunn, for maybe, I don't know, people out there watching may or may not know, James Gunn was the one that was supposed to be running all of phases 4 and 5. It was supposed to go to the cosmic era in the MCU, and they had to pull this multiverse stuff out of their ass because they got rid of Gunn. Yep. So, and I mean,
Gunn would have been like, I think he would have worked far better in the MCU than what they're going to have him do. Yeah. I like James Gunn, but I'm not a fan of. I don't think I'm going to like what he's doing with the DCEU. But yeah, it would have worked a lot better too.
Well, they're setting it up for sale.
Yeah. So, what DC?
Yeah.
Who do you think they're gonna
Warner in about
Warner?
3 to 5 yeyears. I think that's
Okay.
that's kind of some of the indications we're getting. I started wondering. Some people were saying that Zaslav was trying to do things what he's doing now. He's trying to actively sell Warner Brothers at this point, or like within the next 12 months, 24 months. I'm like, no, there's no way. They have way too much on the financial deck to clear with the reconsolidation and all of the write downs they're doing to fix the mess that was Warner Brothers. But that's why they're introducing this 10-year plan for Harry Potter's reboot. That's why they're bringing back the DCU, and they're setting it up in such a way to where this could be you're going to get kind of a basic setup with Superman and some of these main characters, but nothing that's going to tie it down to a firm 10-year plan just yet. That's why people looked at the James Gunn announcements and went, "That's it? That's it?" It's because they want to be able to, this is what's going on right now behind the scenes, or this is what's being discussed, is that they're trying to get it to a point to where it's going to be very attractive for a major buyer with enough CapEx like an Amazon or an Apple to potentially look at picking them up, the whole lock, stock, and barrel of Warner Brothers.
Well, they are in
maybe
trouble.
3 to 5 years.
And
Elon Musk. Wink, wink.
You want Elon to buy everything? I mean, at this point, hey, if it means improving it, and I had my doubts about Twitter for a while after he bought it, but I do think it's definitely a better platform, even though it's.
Oh, by the way, did you guys hear that he removed the rule that you're not supposed to misgender and that name anymore? I might get my old account back.
Ben Bass is back, baby. Toxicity's back on the board. So, hey,
have you seen Brinty Ventney
misgender away,
the past few
fellas.
days?
What's that?
Brittany has been on she's been on a good one the past few days.
She's been dropping some bombs, and look, between that with Elon bringing that one back with Ethan Klein, bringing back gay as an insult, I'm man, this is exciting times, man. Looks like we're getting back on track around here.
How did they not hire Ethan Klein to play Ursula? I'm still wondering. I'm
Got the
lost
body
on that one.
type.
Yeah, he really does.
Melissa McCarthy is one of the best castings just because of her, body type.
That is true. That is true. All right, let's read some more super chats. Whoever wants to get a Beardo can read some if he wants. I know Ryan loves it, but I don't care who reads them.
I don't want to take it away from Ryan if he's in a groove.
He's feeling. I mean, he's a pretty happy guy. So,
just like other things, I'm all about getting it done as fast as possible. So, whichever way that is.
Jay, are you okay there, Jay? You doing okay, buddy?
Good.
You want to talk about anything, or are you just happy? Everything okay?
I talked a lot. What are you talking about?
Okay.
He doesn't look happy.
If I say stuff, Valiant will talk about me.
Well, see you later.
I'm gonna get some angry DMs when this is over. I think. I'm sorry. I love you, Jay.
And Steph found this article about Jonathan Majors before we move on real quick, and this is again kind of what I've said. The truth is somewhere in between those two things that I described about the way things went down in that cab. This is from all the official police report and all the insiders and everything like this. Here, listen to this quote. Majors and his girlfriend had been fighting in a cab about text messages from another woman. The woman told officers who arrived on the scene she'd been assaulted, according to the NYPD statement, and she was taken to the hospital with minor head and neck injuries. A criminal complaint reviewed by the outlet says Majors, according to the police report and everything, had put his hand on the woman's neck, causing bruising and substantial pain, and hit her in the face, leaving a laceration behind her ear.
Yikes.
So those are the things that have happened according to the police report, and that's the story that was initially told. Now, again, the truth could definitely be somewhere in the middle between Jonathan Majors being in the wrong and Jonathan Majors responding to someone who's being violent to him and just trying to de-escalate the situation. So
I think Valiant had a really good point though, like using Justin Roiland as a point. Like we watched him get fired, get completely thrown under the bus by everybody that knew him, all the people that professionally worked with him. They released text messages from him, talked about what a terrible person he was, completely destroyed the guy's fucking character just for all of that stuff to get dropped and be like, oh, none of that was a thing. Like, sorry, the court of law says he's innocent and they don't have enough, substantial evidence to prove that any of the things he did was true. And now Justin's like, well, fuck, like, they completely fucked over my career. I don't think Disney's holding back because they're worried about destroying Jonathan Majors' career. I really do think that they're concerned about the optics of what it's going to look like to fire this guy right now for them. And of course Jay starts laughing at
Egg roll! You gotta read that super chat.
He's been holding it in. He's been holding it in for so long.
As soon as I saw that go through, I
Or
saw
Mike.
Jay's eyes light up.
Mike finally gets to say something.
I didn't do nothing. I just had my
He does it
hand over my mouth.
it's been like 3 weeks like this now.
I literally sounded
He
like
just waits.
this. How
He
is
just
that
waits.
anything different?
You gotta turn off your camera, Jay.
I know you got to do super chats, Mike. Real quick, I'll just tell you. I hope Justin Roiland gets the attorneys involved and he goes after the board and the other partners in that LLC.
I do too. I hope he fucking destroys them. I really do. Yeah.
Chris will be excited about this super
Don't
chat.
go off
too,
camera
so-
now, Jay. It's too late.
I was just
gotta
told
read it.
to. Someone
Read it.
told me
Read
go
it.
Off, go off
Read
camera.
it, Jay.
So I'm going off
Read
camera.
it. Read it.
Can't wait to see y'all in Vegas. Meet up.
No,
next
put
week.
some energy behind
Come
it.
on.
That's
Come
not
on.
just
Put some
because I'm
energy
egg-
behind it.
Not
some
because I'm
passion.
Asian. Egg roll.
What?
This is
Y'all-
not okay.
Why
This
y'all
is
talking
not-
over my super chat?
The racist. He just did that to the poor Asian people.
Man.
Come on, man. That's a 20. You got to put some oomph in there.
Yeah, he didn't want to be seen on
20.
camera
Gee,
talking
better
about the
be.
Asians.
Beardo, read it.
Cannot wait to see y'all at the Vegas meetup next week. Let's grab some nudes and that's not just because I'm Asian.
Did you say nudes or nudes? I heard nudes.
Nudes. Let's grab some nudes. And it's not just because they're Asian.
Oh my lord.
24-hour open one that we went to last time.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
had something stuck in my throat.
24-hour strip club? Is
There's
that what
a
I heard?
lot of 24-hour open things in Vegas where you can get nudes.
We're going to the
and
noodle
stuff.
one.
Oh, yeah.
I know a good place.
Nice. Shit. We got
Beard and slip.
WDW Pro.
What's up, my
I know
boy?
that guy.
So who is going to die tonight on Mandalorian season 3 finale? And does anyone
Mm-hmm.
care? I read that in his voice. Does anyone care? I love listening to WDW Pro. Oh, hey, Valiant Renegade. How did you get here? Drunk, you got to be more careful with those invites.
You know what? You can't blame Drunk for this one, Pro. This was all Ryan. He sent me the
right.
DM. This is all on him. So
All
that's
his
true.
fault.
Sorry.
It's all his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Don't
bad.
blame Jay.
I'm sorry. It was all Jay's fault. I lied. It was completely Jay's fault.
Oh, man.
We got a couple more big super chats as well. Hayden for 50.
50.
50. There we go.
Tiger King himself ran in 2016. We just got to help him end up on the debate stage for 2024. I want to see it. It'd be a great addition to the Democratic Party. At least he'd be a wild card. It'd be fun. We need to try to get him on debates. You know, we could do like an Operation Chaos. Like
I'm down.
I participated in Operation Chaos. If you have a state that is has an open primary where you can, doesn't matter what you're registered, you can either do a Democratic or a Republican primary. Some people voted for Hillary Clinton to extend the Democratic race to make Barack Obama spend more money.
Yep.
Didn't end up working out, but yeah. I participated in Operation Chaos in
100%.
2008.
That was one of Russia's best and the funniest things he ever managed to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man,
we can do that again. You know,
yes.
if you're in an open primary state and you don't have to worry about the Republican primary, hey, put it all vote for Joe Exotic in there.
Yeah, let's
A
do
Joe
it.
Exotic debate for the Dem Party would bring in more views than the NBA playoffs.
Yes.
Would. Definitely would.
Not
At least
saying a whole lot
the
these days,
WNBA playoffs, right?
Nice.
Dude, seriously, this would be fun. It would be great. Hopefully it happens.
Hayden for 50.
50.
50.
All right, 50. There we go.
Never forget that Star Wars didn't have Grogu merch when Mando launched. People made merch to sell for a year before official licensed merch was available. The people made it a thing. The people are retarded. This is what I'll say. I think that the reason there was no merch was not because they didn't think it would be a hit. I think it's because they were really trying to keep it a fucking secret.
Avoid spoilers.
As we've seen with every fucking franchise, the first leaks come from toy companies because they're developing molds, they're putting products out there, they've got boxes with stuff on it, and that's how a ton of these fucking leaks happen. I think that's why they really wanted to keep it a secret.
And to that credit, I mean, that's where I will give Favreau credit. And that seems like that was probably his decision, you know, to want to keep that low key. And that's what I feel we miss. I mean, even like going back to like, you know, professional wrestling. I don't watch it anymore, but like back in the day, man, when like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash showed up on, you know, WCW Monday Nitro out of nowhere, I didn't know that was happening. And here we are, you know, and it was the greatest thing ever. When certain people would come back nowadays, there's not a surprise in wrestling. It's just, it's all leaks and, you know, everything with movies. We know everything that's going to happen. So it's nice when people are trying to keep the storyline secret to get a good reaction. And so if that was Jon Favreau's call, which I would imagine it was, respect to him for that.
All right, scroll all the way up here. Superfly for $22.
Superfly.
Did you see the Electric Mayhem trailer? Can Weird Al save Disney Plus nonsense?
I have not seen that.
I did see it. I mean, I want to be excited for it, but they fucked up the Muppets pretty bad. So
I assume it was Weird Al and not Weird AI, but yeah.
Is Jay a Muppet of a man? Is he a man or a Muppet?
I think it's Weird AI.
Kizzy for $5. Sometimes I tune into Valiant just to hear him talk. I want to cuddle with Mike's hair. Jay, I like your cute little clam hat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why does Jay feel so awkward right now? I mean,
He's trying to behave. He's trying to behave and not like get memed, but it makes it worse.
It doesn't
for him.
matter.
Yeah, he'll like sit on his hands and be like, "What? I'm not doing anything."
He's trying to be like as
futile.
boring as possible, so like no one can pick anything and be like, "Oh, this," but then it just
Are we at the point in the show where I have to say that, you know, it seems like this whole time the two most calm adults in the room are Krista and Steph. They're just sitting down there, just watching us act like idiots, and they're like, "These guys."
Yes,
you know.
Well, to be fair, they actually have work to do, unlike Jay, so they're focused. So Chris is doing the super
really?
chats,
Damn.
and, look at Jay now.
Wow.
He just gets really
That of
offended
all
by
the
himself.
shit that said, that's what got Jay fake
That triggered
offended.
him.
That was the one.
That the women do work. Wow,
That
man.
the women do work.
No, that's not it. That I don't do anything. Freaking signed like hundreds of Canadian bears and did all this bull crap for him, and now he's gonna talk trash.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yes, Mister. I'm only gonna make $10,000 on my book.
Well, when it's all said and done, it's probably what I'm gonna be in.
Oh my God! Even Jay can find a reason to complain.
Way to go, guys! You know.
But when
Jay's
so when
like,
Mike
after
was
taxes, it's basically a wash.
Yeah.
So when Mike was talking, I saw the Project Egg Roll super chat, and I was like, I'm gonna highlight it just so Jay can. But then Jay started going.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it.
He kept getting closer to the mic too, and he was like,
Then I started laughing at Jay. Mike was like, "These fucking assholes," but I'm gonna keep.
because he kept getting closer to the mic doing this. I'm like, you go off camera and you'll mute yourself if anybody goes, "Hey Jay, how you doing?" He's like,
freaking.
And I'm talking, and he's like, "No, I'm just gonna laugh really loudly." Yeah.
Tomberry Massive for 25. Thank you very much. 5 picoseconds for
reading through it.
5 picoseconds for Canadian 11. Consider this a punch to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was soft.
Easley's Easy Travels for $10. Epic Universe will exterminate the mouse.
Hope so.
It's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I'll do a whole video on that. Yeah, Steamboat Willie's in the public domain now, so we can do some stuff with that one.
As is Trans Tits for $2. Krista.
As is trans tits. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, it's trans tits.
Just checking. Okay.
It says, Krista, the man of your dreams has just arrived.
Yay.
As is trans tits for 10. Multiverse of Madness is such an overhated Marvel film. Scarlet Witch had me chubbed up the whole movie. Had to pull a Gavin in the theater. I'd give her some kids. Best movie since Civil War. Elizabeth Olsen, call me.
So he was supposed to,
Well, you know what? Wait, at my age, if he had made the Pee Wee Herman reference instead, I'd have gotten that one right up. But I mean, okay, I know where we're going.
Oh shit! We got Hayden for 10. I bought like 30 of Jay's books over the past month and a half, but he said I only support Jeremy.
Wow!
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 Damn.
Wow!
Damn!
Wow!
Hey, why would you do that?
I was talking about another Hayden.
Holy shit!
Different Hayden.
Hayden Christensen.
That's what happened. Jay's like, "Would you buy my book, man?"
Do you hate sand? He's like,
oh man, that was
let's
Mental
take a picture
note:
together.
sign Hayden's book tonight.
Under his breath, he's like, "Yeah, I really hate people that fucking ask me that." Marcus
They'll never
Henry
introduce me to him again ever.
Marcus Henry for 2. How would you be introduced a second time? Marcus Henry for 2. Rolos are weird, and Rolo lost money.
There we go.
Mr. Peckerwood for 2. Where's Dan? Did Mike kill him because of Mario Kart?
Yeah.
We don't know where Dan is.
Yeah, we've never seen Dan. We don't know where he is yet.
Dan, we're playing Fortnite after this. You know that's right.
Aha! Let's go.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how to pronounce this, but Popetsot for $10. Throwing this out there. Nefarious is a solid 8 out of 10 movie that had me physically ill near the end. Sean Patrick Flannery killed it. Saw it today and saw the critics blasting it, but the audiences love it. I really want to see it. It's been on my radar for a while, so it's not a big release. It's in like 500 theaters nationwide, so you might have to drive a little bit to see it.
Yeah, the closest one right now to the closest showing is like an hour away from me, which is a lot. So
butt fuck nowhere. Deadfly for $10. Yeah, Disney's being stupid and is a dumpster fire. Well, what the hell are the stockholders doing? Nothing. If I was a holder of stock, I'd try to get a vote of no confidence.
They grilled Bob Iger.
There's some pushback against that.
Yeah, they grilled him.
There's going to be more. I know you'll get more super chats. I'll just say this real quick, and that is that, I mean, look, the numbers, like Disney tries to propagate all this. Oh, we're the biggest box office of the year. We're this and that. The paint is coming off. You're now seeing Universal take the whole family market, even with the box office numbers. Everything else, the whole turn with, streaming subscribers. We need more subs. We need more subs. Then it turned to a value proposition. Wall Street is starting to wise up to the marketing bullshit. It's step by step. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but the more folks like us do this on YouTube, the more light it's shining down here. I'm telling you, Wall Street, especially in the next 12 months, if the trajectory for Marvel and Pixar and Disney Animation continues down the path it's on, they're going to wise up in the next 12 months and say, this shit ain't working. That's when the push is going to happen. So,
and again, this Mario thing is a lot bigger than I think a lot of people are onto. This is going to force Disney's hand a lot.
Universal has a chance to get basically double benefit here, because if the Harry Potter remake is any good, they could either, and if it maintains the same aesthetic as the movies for the most part, they can either retrofit the existing rides and be like, man, these new actors are so popular, let's just redo the rides with the new cast. Or it'll just boost, it'll give another shot in the arm of like, hey, Harry Potter's popular again. We built these expansions like 10 years ago now. So when this show's getting good in about 5 years, you're opening a new park. You not only have Nintendo, and you get the boost from the second Mario movie or whatever the second movie is in the Nintendo cinematic universe, you get Harry Potter starting all over again as well. And it's going to last another 10 years. So
Well, yeah, I hear you on that. That's a good point, but at the same time, I got to correct you a little bit on like who wouldn't take advantage of popular characters in a theme park? Like it's like Star Wars building a theme park and not having Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
No, because they're going to recast Harry Potter and
no,
everybody.
I'm missing. You're missing my sarcasm.
Yeah, I know.
Like fucking Star Wars Land doesn't have Darth Vader.
Nope.
Like Krista, didn't you ask for the Darth Vader merch when you went there?
Yeah, I went and I was like, no
What did they say?
Skywalker, no Darth Vader, no. Where are these guys? And just like, oh, we don't have them here, but there's Rey Skywalker if you're interested in that.
No Darth Vader at Star Wars
Darth
Land.
Vader. You want
Insane.
Darth
They had to build
Vader?
a separate building.
And so yeah, so to Rolo's point, it's like like if it's successful, they can kind of repurpose a lot of with the new actors with the same characters that they're playing and things like that, and that's the smart thing to do. But
I even
amazing.
like played it up the second because I asked twice. I played it up the second time. I was like, "Hey, I just came all the way here. My nephew's a big fan of Star Wars. He loves Darth Vader. Where's the Darth Vader merch?" And they were like, sorry,
Wrong
man, we
button
don't
too,
have that
ma'am.
here."
Darth Vader hasn't been around in years.
Pretty much.
On that bombshell, I'm gonna get Culver's right now, Jeremy.
Oh,
so I'll be back for Fortnite here in a little bit after you guys are done.
Why you got to do me like that, man? I want this right now.
I know that's the way it is.
Go
man.
subscribe to Locked and Loaded Latinos.
We'll be live. I don't know. Are you guys gonna stream on other channels too? Whoever wants to stream, go for it.
Yeah, I don't know yet. Somebody
Okay.
will probably.
All right.
I don't know what's going on around here. I don't run this place. So.
I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey,
right,
Renegade, awesome meeting you, buddy.
You too, man. Good to meet you.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, have a good night.
All right, buddy.
Take care, man.
Later.
Yeah.
It's Ryan laughing.
It was just a little awkward.
It was just a little awkward. there.
Slightly awkward.
It was slightly awkward.
Half
I don't
a
think
second
Valiant
more
was
than he
ready
should.
for him to say goodbye to him that way, and he was like, "Renegade, awesome to meet you, buddy."
Are you on a delay, Valiant?
He probably is.
I think so.
Look at him.
Now he is.
What the hell is
What's he
going
doing?
on?
What's he doing?
Can you hear us?
Does he know what we're talking about?
Sorry, no, it cut out. I lost it for a second. My apologies.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, the mic was on the whole time, huh?"
Oh, see you later.
Hello.
Are you delayed right now? Are you delayed right now?
No, I think I'm caught back up. There was something
okay.
else running in the background. I was trying to find what is going on. I have like another audio source coming through the headphones. I'm like, what the? Like, okay, I had to go find it and shut it off. So my apologies. How unprofessional.
When Rolo said "good to meet you," there was like an awkward delay, and we were making fun of that. But then when you didn't respond to us making fun of that, I'm like, oh shit, he actually has a real delay.
Yeah.
No, there was something else. I had another source. I'm gonna go find. I had like 3 monitors. I have too many windows.
Super
open.
distracting.
What the hell's going on?
Yes.
A random Fox News article you
whenever-
had pulled up, you started blasting a Jeep
Yes,
ad.
YouTube sometimes starts playing videos out of nothing for some reason.
If you had it on a live stream and you paused it and the live stream ended,
it goes to another
video.
Yeah.
Well,
It was
that
like a
happened to me.
pop-up ad, popped up on one of the tabs I had open. I'm like, oh my god, where is this coming from?
That happens. You know, it happens on ESPN a lot. Like when we're covering like stuff for Sports Wars, like the ESPN. If you leave it up for a minute, all of a sudden the ads start playing and
There's a couple sites that I actually have the sites muted. So I have Fox News muted. I have ESPN muted, so that when I pull it up, I can't hear anything on it.
Jerry L in the chat has exposed Valiant. Valiant Renegade was dreaming of drunk 3PO. So
hey,
there
that
it is.
dog's Asian. Maticus Finch for 5. I am delivered. I ain't gay no more. I don't like mans no more. I love women.
I actually want to see that super chat, how that's written out.
Have you seen the video it's
fascinating.
based on? Have you seen the video it's based on?
I have not. No.
Ooh, this was something I was shown last night during Cobra Cast, and I gotta say, it's worth it. So we're gonna show the whole chat here because this is
That's the first time you had seen
outstanding.
That's the first time I'd seen it. It's the first time I'd ever
that
seen
video's
this.
fucking hilarious.
This is wild. So right here, about 20 seconds in, I think. Here we go. About 20 seconds in. All right.
What
Chat.
needs to happen to Dan?
Yeah. So
You'll see.
This is so good.
Yo,
He's delivering you now. Whatever it is you need not to do, he just told you it's done right now. What did you come here for? What did you come down here for? Tell me. To get delivered more. Get delivered. Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now, listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute.
I fucking hate this shit. Man.
Now, either you don't believe this stuff, or you don't just preach condemnation. We preach.
Holy shit.
That's
dude.
so crazy. It reminds me of my wedding day.
I won't carry a purse. Like, what's it? All gay people carry purses? What the fuck?
He's still gay, by the way. Yeah, he got interviewed later. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
still gay," and somebody beat me up one time after they saw me.
Oh man, yeah. So I reacted to that one last night for the first time, and I'm like, "What the hell is going on?"
Shit like that is like pisses me off because it's stuff like that is the equivalent of I don't know, claiming that Kathleen Kennedy is about to be fired at this year's Star Wars celebration. Like, it's just bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bad, man.
Well, and that's why, like, I've had a few people because I've been doing the whole Jeremy Osteen bit for a long time on this channel, and I stopped doing it when I stopped doing the solo live streams. But then with Cobra Cast, I'm back doing it. People are like, "That's disrespectful." It's like, I am not disrespecting religion, Christianity. I'm disrespecting Joel Osteen. That's who I'm disrespecting because I think he is a pathetic human being and a con man and manipulative as hell. But it has nothing to do with like your religion. I have no problem with anybody's religion.
He is his own religion.
Yes, yes. I think Joel Osteen's
Yeah, it's
terrible.
cool to make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Sotheby for 10. Did you guys see the article that said Elizabeth Warren wants the DOJ to launch an investigation on David Zaslav for him canceling shows like Batgirl?
I haven't even had the heart to cover that because honestly, I literally tried to record a video on it and I could not stop laughing while I was trying to go through it. I'm like, fuck it. I can't do it. I can't. This is so stupid.
As is trans tits for 5. Jay, Bo-Katan offered to give me a Blumpkin on the Galactic Star Cruiser. Which bathroom is best for this? P.S. I like balloons too. # lunar lovers.
I've never been on the Star Cruiser. I wouldn't know.
I feel like fat people would have a problem taking a shit on the Star Cruiser. Doesn't seem very big.
Very small.
Why are you telling that to Jay?
We make fun of fat Disney people a lot.
Okay.
That's why. Mike Hill for 10. Paramount
awkward.
Plus is doing a Galaxy Quest series. Hopefully they won't ruin it like most of the shows on there. I don't know too much about it. I love Galaxy Quest.
Are they really doing Galaxy
Never
Quest?
give up. Never surrender.
This is amazing.
They've been working on it for a long time.
But is it like?
I love
is
the
it a
movie. I had
sequel
no
or
idea
is it a
about the
remake?
show.
I think it's a sequel, and I think it's supposed to be like like
Is
a
Tim
show.
Allen in it?
I was about to say you got to get
that's
Tim
what I
Allen
heard,
back.
Yeah,
Alan
And
Rickman.
Sigourney
They
Weaver.
have to.
At
Yeah,
one
yeah.
point, they had everybody lined up to be in it, and then before they got it started, Alan died, and so it got shelved again. But the last I heard, everybody was coming back for it.
Wow.
So
I'd watch that in a heartbeat.
Me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
NTR Uncle for 2. Me and the neighbor's wife love the show. Keep it up.
Attaboy.
That was
The
good.
Jedsters.
Galaxy Quest without Tim Allen, there's no way they could do that. It'd be like
It's almost like Lightyear without Tim Allen.
Lightyear without Tim
Yeah,
Allen.
you
They would
think?
never do that.
Yeah.
You know? Beardo got it first, damn it.
Let's go.
50.
50.
50. There we go.
The Jedsters for 5. Keep up the great work, G&G crew. Also, Jay, I got an influencer friend who does custom balloon popping videos if you want her Instagram.
Custom balloon pop.
Thank you.
Bill Tackett for 10. Did Jonathan Majors see Kyle? I don't know. Maybe that's why all of a sudden people are so upset. If you read that a little bit faster to yourself, you might understand. Madrigal for 5. Krista, I need to know, was the mac and cheese worth the price of this super chat?
I liked it. I mean, it's theme park prices, but yeah, I liked it. It was worth it.
Chris is always happy when she's got food.
Yeah.
Almanac for 5. Watching Riddick 2013 again, I like it. Great Katie Sackhoff movie. I heard the next Riddick universe, movie 4, is already being made from Vin Diesel. Oh, that's cool.
I love the Riddick series.
I think the only
I
film
like him
this
too.
year that can compete with Mario is the next Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
You know, and I do think it will. I think the Fast and Furious could be huge, dude. You got Jason Momoa, which again, I haven't watched these movies since Paul Walker died, but this is the first one with Momoa, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. And then obviously John Cena's been in how many?
3 or something.
Okay.
3.
But like it's coming together. I mean, again, this one looks
Well,
like it's
and
gonna
of course,
do it.
the powerhouse,
Who, Brie?
Brie Larson.
Yeah.
You're so happy about that, aren't you?
I think the one that's going to sneak up on folks, I don't think it's going to beat Mario, but it's going to sneak up on folks, is going to be Dead Reckoning.
That has a chance to
Tom
be a
Cruise,
billion-dollar movie.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has built. I mean, the last movie that came out was close to, I think it was 800-something million. The one with
Mission
Henry
Impossible
Cavill.
Fallout was right around 800, like 790 or something.
I thought it got a little over 800, but maybe I could be.
It might be, yeah.
misremembering.
But that's the highest-grossing Mission Impossible movie of all time.
This could be the one that breaks the bill, and that's because of all of the goodwill that Cruise created with Top Gun. He reinvigorated a fan base that was obviously a sleeping giant.
Yep.
And they may turn up in droves to watch that Dead Reckoning film multiple times this summer, like Top Gun.
What's wild, man, is that, again, this is where I reject this nonsense about superhero fatigue. There's no such thing as fucking fatigue when it comes to entertainment. You make good shit and people are going to react to it. Tom Cruise has been the biggest movie star of all time since the 80s.
Yeah.
Now, he's had his ups and downs. He's had his moments where he's gotten really weird and he's into Scientology and jumping on couches. We all know that. But he's still been a consistent movie star, the biggest movie star in the world. And now he's bigger than he's ever been. That's what's crazy. At this point in time, he's bigger than he's ever been.
You know why,
It's
Jeremy?
amazing. Why?
Because he doesn't bring any of that shit on screen.
Yes.
And
And
that's
he's the hardest working man in show business. Like,
that's
he's
the
just-
old adage of being able to separate, the performance from the actor. Tom Cruise engenders that because he doesn't bring the baggage and all that shit on the screen. His thing is, and he came out and said it before Top Gun, we made this for you, the audience.
Yep.
We are doing this for you. All the behind the scenes stuff for Dead Reckoning. He's jumping out of airplanes and jumping off cliffs and all this crazy shit. And what does he say in front of the camera doing the BTS stuff? We're doing this for you. We're doing this for the audience. People
No message, no agenda, just a genuine desire to do his job well.
To entertain.
And regardless of whether you believe him when he says, we're doing this for the fans, we're doing it for you, it really doesn't even matter if you believe him or not when he says it, because all they're trying to do is make as much money as possible by entertaining as many people as possible. You can't point to it, at least I can't think of, you can't point to a single fucking Tom Cruise movie where it's pushed Scientology on people.
None.
Right?
None.
Like, not a single one, right? They're just fucking movies.
Yeah, and we often talk about how Disney and Marvel and even DC, they value the message above money, right? So how cool it is that when you do the opposite, when you try to make as much money as possible, that drives you to make good stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
100%.
That's
And
it's something to be said about the capitalist haters out there that say, "Oh, they just want to make money." Of course, they want to make money, and to make money, you need to do good stuff. So good. I hope they want to make money. It's when they don't want to make money and they value something, they have an agenda, a message that they value above making money, is that shit happens.
Right. And to Brian's point, when it's like, do you believe Tom Cruise or not? When he's doing this, I don't need to question what I believe, because this is one of the best things ever, and this is why he's crushing it. I know everybody's seen it, but it's a minute 30. It's so fucking good. This is so great.
Everyone, here we are over stunning South Africa, and we're filming Mission Impossible.
We can't even get Disney to just not call us racist, and here's Tom Cruise doing this.
You know what the crazy thing is? That probably, in all likelihood, I don't know what the official budget for Dead Reckoning Part 1 is, but it was probably less
Over
than
3.
Lightyear.
No, it's over 3.
Oh, is it? It's for just one part?
Because what happened, just real quick, because Dead Reckoning had at least we know of 8 shutdowns and restarts due to COVID. Yes, and it drove it. I mean, it was going to. It originally was going to have a budget of somewhere between 2 and 250, from what we heard. It's probably pushing north of 300. We might be talking like James Bond range because of all that crap. But yeah,
which means if that is the budget, this would need to make basically $1 billion.
Yeah, it's got to be $1 billion movie to break even at the box, but. They have hyper lucrative contracts for PVOD and post. Again, unlike Disney, who's consumed everything themselves. So we'll see.
Here we go.
But I didn't want the year to end without thanking you all for coming out to the theaters, and thank you for supporting Top Gun Maverick. Hey,
there's McHugh.
Hey, thank you. Hey, listen, we really got to roll. We got to get this shot. Oh, yeah, we're filming. We got to get this shot. All right, are you coming? Not on your life. Good luck. Okay. We'll see you down there. Whoa. Where was I? Oh, yeah, thank you for supporting Top Gun Maverick. As always, thank you for allowing us to entertain you. It truly is the honor of a lifetime. Yeah.
Well, see you later.
It's like, we didn't have enough
That
script for
is
this.
insane.
I'm gonna tell you that is absolutely.
So,
go ahead, Valiant.
I was gonna say that's absolutely one of the best Hollywood professional marriages you just saw on camera.
Yep.
Is Tom Cruise and Chris McQuarrie.
Everything they've done is slapped.
It
Basically.
is absolutely spectacular, and I can't wait for more and more. And if y'all haven't seen like the 10-minute video of all the behind the scenes, the 1-year setup of him jumping off the cliff in Norway, the gorge in Norway, Chris McQuarrie literally having like heart failure, watching the monitors, waiting for Tom's shoot to open the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, these are real filmmakers. These are real entertainers, and they are the last of their breed in Hollywood right now.
Yes, they are. Here we go.
get back to work. We got to get this shot. You have a very safe and happy holiday. We'll see you at the movies.
See you later.
God bless that man.
Welp.
See you later.
December 22nd, the biggest.
So yeah, man, shout out! Like he's crushing it, and he's still continuing to set the example for what what a movie star should be, what a Hollywood star should be, and the rest of them are just deciding to blame everybody for their failures. Like Tom Cruise has had some not so great films in the past decade. I don't remember him going, well, if all you fucking people would follow Scientology. No, he just kind of, all right, let's go back to the drawing board.
Here's the thing. Look at what guys, think about this right now. Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves, Hiroyuki Sanada, throw him in there. They're all 60 years old. Yeah. They are the biggest, baddest assed, most absolutely physically accomplished. Like they dedicate themselves to these films to get into shape, to actually do the stunts. Compare those three old motherfuckers to your Chris Evanses and all these other little, pretend boys out there in Hollywood. Chris Evans is what, maybe 30, 33? I don't know how old he is.
I think he's pushing 40.
Is he that?
40.
Okay, he's getting close to 40?
Yeah.
And he could not, Keanu Reeves, Tom Cruise, and Hiroyuki Sanada could run circles around him at 60.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I bet.
Yeah. This is the difference between the old men of Hollywood who are there, who love their audiences, who want to entertain them, versus, the younger crowd, not always that much younger, but the younger crowd that are so steeped in politics and bullshit and just want to preach to you. And you see how their movies turn out to compare to Keanu's and compared to Tom's and so on and so forth. So.
And the sad thing is like, I mean, there are people out there that are part of the next kind of generation of actors, like Henry Cavill, that are not getting their due. You know, yeah. I mean,
Cavill's a great one.
Chris Pratt is obviously a great dude, and I think he's definitely in there. And he's kind of overcome it in a lot of ways with him being a Christian and you know, people can think he's a conservative and he has all these views and values, but he's managed to
put that in his movies either.
Correct.
Exactly. And and so there's people like Henry Cavill should be the biggest star on the planet. He absolutely should. He should be huge. And for some reason, Hollywood just aren't giving him the roles that, I don't know. Is there something to the fact that he's difficult to work with? Maybe. I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise is not the easiest guy to work with.
I think Christian Bale might be difficult to work with. I don't know.
Oh,
yes.
Good for you.
I think Christopher Nolan might be difficult to work with. Ask Anne Hathaway, who couldn't sit down on the set.
Like, exactly.
Yeah, guess what? Sometimes Kobe was difficult to work with. MJ was difficult to work with.
The great ones are difficult to work with.
Yes, exactly. That's why Jay is difficult to stream with.
And that's why they all produce some of the best products out there, including Jay, who I'm going to try to be nice to right now.
Bar 15 for $5. I farted on a Salvation Army Bell guy during their December 2021 woke fiasco when they said all white people are racist.
Nailed it. Thank
Nice.
you.
Yeah, that is the best of the Geeks and Gamers fandom right there.
Stick it to the man.
Stunning and brave.
Solid crop dusting right there.
Is that my brother? I think he did that too.
Kennel Hard R to debone for $5.
Yes.
For next bet, loser has to eat pineapple on Lou Malnati deep dish pizza. Anyone from Chicago knows. That would be gross. That would be gross. Gerardson for Mexican, 250 pesos. Now that everyone's here, what animals would your fursonas/scaly sonas be?
Don't do that to me.
I don't know, man. That shit's weird.
It's weird. It's weird.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's
What would
basically
you
a
be
furry
if you were a
question,
furry?
But they're adding
I'm
the
furry,
reptile
not even
side.
once.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
adding
furries, not even once.
reptiles, and because I
Scalies,
guess I guess something somebody was like, I guess that'd be a cobra because the D-Day Cobra. Then Ryan's like, it's not part of
you that's a scaly. Yeah.
Cobras,
So,
I had to
listen,
give you
man,
the internet autistic lore.
it's just not, that's not my world, man.
It's not anybody's world.
So,
don't do it.
Hey, listen.
Don't be that guy.
I made a video on D-Day Cobra, and I was basically like, I went after furries. I had a lot of people in my comments. They're like, "I'm a conservative furry, Jeremy. We're not all fucking
seriously."
weirdos." And I'm like, "So yeah,
Here's
there was
the
a
thing.
lot of those. I got a lot of those
Listen,
comments."
I think if your descriptor is the word furry, you automatically qualify in the category of weirdo. I mean,
I'm not a bigot, and I think people should be able to do whatever they want, but I draw the lines at furries.
Yeah, I think if I was gonna have, if you're forcing me to pick a fursona, I'd be dead because I'd rather kill myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Don't
I'll take
use
the
that
gun in
word.
my-
Well, at least we're not a
Don't use
brony.
that word. But wait a minute. Let's
furry
be
persona,
objective.
Dan.
Let's be objective. Let's be objective about
There's no objective. It's furry.
Define furry, because if you can tell me a conservative can be a furry, that there must be some confusion on the definitions of stuff. So what's the definition?
All right,
so the
Dan, show
definition-
us a picture of your closet right now
Yeah,
because I
show
don't
us
trust
the
you anymore.
Hey,
I think that the definition of a furry would be somebody who likes to role play sometimes as if they are a fucking animal with fur, either for sexual pleasure or
For a
just
sexual
fun
kick.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not all for sexual shit.
It
Yes,
A lot
it
of
is.
I think most of the time.
That's where I wanted to get to.
They
There's always sex involved.
They always have sex in the costumes every time.
Yeah.
Every damn time.
There's always sex involved
All
because
I
those
know
people are
is-
perverts.
It's gross.
They think about sex 24 hours a day. They define that as their identity. They think about sex 24 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is my thoughts on it.
That's fucking retarded.
I think Dan is a little too defensive, and I think his persona...
I'm not being defensive. I'm attacking. I'm saying it is sexual.
I think that Dan's
Ryan's
scaly
attacking.
persona is an iguana.
Yep. I think Ryan's onto something here. He doesn't really like it because he's wearing.
Iguanas have fur?
Right now,
No, he's a scaly motherfucker.
Yeah.
Good evening, folks. My name is Valiant Renegade, and I don't know these people.
Fursona, god damn it.
He calls himself Iggy.
Yeah.
I think it's only right that we play this clip after that conversation.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you.
That's such a good clip.
This is very cathartic for Jay.
Hayden,
I'm sorry.
Can we look up Brazilian pizza? Have Dan Vash try to explain it because it's scary.
Oh yeah.
Is Brazilian pizza weird?
We don't have one particular Brazilian pizza.
Ugh.
It's like all kinds of it.
Like
you have DiGiorno in Brazil?
Let me make sure I
Yep,
know what
Papa
I'm talking
John's.
about. Brazilian pizza. Is
A lot of weird
it
stuff.
prison lingo?
What the fuck is this shit?
It's just pizza.
Weird. This is gross.
Oh, hold on. What is this shit?
It comes in a circle box instead of a square.
What is
Yeah,
this?
let's see.
Oh yeah, it's more efficient.
Is that banana? Oh, it's
That's
egg.
eggs.
Eggs?
Sliced hard-boiled
yeah, I don't like eggs on my
onions
pizza.
and fucking black olives. That's the first thing that came up. You
What?
disgusting. You're
Why
calling
would they put
furries degenerate.
eggs?
Look at this.
What?
Ew.
Everything's got eggs and onions on it.
Ew.
I don't
do
mind
you
red
get on
onion
your
on
pizza?
pizza, but not egg. Egg is
No, no,
bizarre.
no,
Eggs
I
on
don't get
all
the
of this
egg.
shit.
I don't
Hey,
get the
onions
egg.
in my pizza are amazing. I love onions in.
I like red onion on
pizza.
pizza.
Show us the
It's
pizza
not
you
bad.
eat, Dan.
Bro, it's
This
just
is not-
eggs and onions.
I never have the same pizza twice in a row. I always vary.
Okay. What's on it?
No, there's only one. There's only one answer.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Yeah, but I don't like eggs on pizza.
I'd rather have this
too.
one.
There's a tire on it.
Is that banana?
Ryan, do you have?
Banana.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't have safe searches on. So let's just make sure.
I know
fella.
it's Brazilian pizza.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of fucked up shit in the world. Okay.
I
And
don't know,
Google-
man. It could be prison lingo for something. You never
It's
know.
got Nutella with bananas.
Yeah, it's
They
like
might-
Yeah,
what-
we have a lot of candy pizzas, sweet pizzas around here too.
What it seems like to me is that the generic, when you search Brazilian pizza, it's sliced hard-boiled egg, onions, and black olives.
That seems to be that seems to be a thing. Wow, I didn't know that.
Fucking burn it in hell. Go to the Rings Nerd for 10. Hail Geeks and Gamers. Hey Jay, how do the black in men like your lunar obsession?
I don't even know how to answer that. I don't have an obsession.
Hayden for 10. Brazilian pizzerias cook with trash, dude.
Hey, it tastes good.
Is that true? Or do you guys just have to do that to stay warm there?
I don't know. Maybe it's true. How would I know?
Don't know.
It tastes good.
I don't know.
Luis Cuevas for 5. Ripa stealing Jays. Ironcast for 2.
Is this Ripa's moment of like clocking out and not and just never coming back? He's just never going to show back up at main event.
He said, "I'll be back at 9:20." It is 10:43.
Well, he meant 9:20
Okay,
Central.
His time.
Oh, okay, okay.
Ironcaster for 2. Tiny Ripa's the Fresh Prince of Arkansas. Bebop for 2. Jeremy's got that angry Fred Durst vibe.
That was funny.
It's just
That
one
was
of those
good.
days.
You know what's funny is like the craziest thing is I found out Fred Durst isn't dead when the Eliza Blue stuff happened because he commented on the Eliza Blue stuff. Remember that?
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that's
Twin
right.
from
I
Liberty
didn't see that.
Lockdown podcast. Somebody called him Fat Fred Durst or something.
Yes, that's
Oh,
crazy,
man.
dude. I was like, wait, Fred Durst is still alive? Holy shit.
NTR uncle for 2. Is Grace married? Let me know. I can fix her. There you go. Gary's beard crabs for 5. My girlfriend is a paraprofessional. My girlfriend is a paraprofessional that works with special needs elementary age kids. On a related note, Jay is her favorite panelist.
Jay's my favorite special person too.
Jay loved that name, hated that chat. Kinnell's half chub on vacation for 5. I salute my fellow chubs getting lopped off left, right, and center. Pray for them. It's straight up murder. CLM. Clam lives matter, maybe. Thank you. Or cock lives. Chub lives. Bill Sotheby for 5. Here's 5 to help pay for your $10 super chat, since that costs you money when YouTube takes its cut.
Hey, it's worth it to get a few laughs. That's all that matters to me.
Mohammed Albane for 100 some fucking country. You know how you feel about pineapple on pizza. How do you feel about pineapple in a burger?
That's got to be even worse. That's even more of a sin.
Jail.
It has to be illegal somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah,
Rhino
no.
Helix for 10. The iced tea, I got news for you. With the Berserk choral music is an all-time favorite. Never gets old. Thanks for bringing it back. You're welcome.
Hey, look at this super chat. Dan vasectomy.
Hey,
Avatar.
Sorry,
gotta hold out those boys. Don't want a little dance all around, you know.
Hayden for 20. I'll put a video. I'll put a video in CobraCast chat. Watch it if you can.
On Discord.
Yeah.
Let's
Aurora
see.
Uplinks for 5. Be prepared if Mando's 8's releases paused. If Mando 8's releases pause, we get a Favreau Lucas video announcing a Mandalorian movie. It'll be good. Star Wars will grow. Yeah, I'm sure. I am sure that they're about, it's only a couple hours from release. They're going to stop the episode. It's not going to release. And then they're going to do a Favreau George Lucas Mandalorian movie.
Yep.
Augustus for $1.99 or $1.99. Thank you.
$1.99.
Raph Webb for 2. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. Thank you. Mike Go for 5. I was wondering, have y'all seen the trailer for Guy Ritchie's The Covenant? If so, any interest in seeing it? I don't think I've seen that.
I don't think I've
Is that
seen
the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
I don't know.
I think that's the one with Jake Gyllenhaal. That actually looks kind of dope.
I don't know if we got this one to happen, but Bashy Washy gifted 20 Geeks and Gamers
20!
memberships.
20!
Bashy Washy.
That was a while
Love you,
ago, too,
Bashy
so
Washy.
thank you.
Yep. I did see it come
Wash.
in, but then we just got lost in the conversation. So
That happens. Viking Beach Bum for 5. G&G going to stomp on Vegas like Draymond Green.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Barry McCockner for $1.99. Thank you.
I got it.
Super Mastermind for 5. AI problems. Robots ordered to fix everything, but if there are no people, do the problems go away? Does anyone complain? If no one can, the
Congratulations.
AI robot's gonna kill us all.
Congratulations, Dan, on getting that one and being accepted into Mensa. So
I'm proud of Dan. I'm proud of Dan.
He doesn't know what
You're
that
gonna come
is.
here on a scholarship.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
it's a high IQ club.
Oh, it makes
Excuse
sense.
me. I got to sneeze now.
Makes sense then.
Yeah.
007 ODC for 5. I'm surprised no one made a meme out of the alphabet bandits from Beverly Hills Cop 2 with the alphabet weirdos. No? Horny Al for 5.
I want to watch the Beverly Hills Cop movies again. It's been a long time since I watched them.
The
man. They were so
4K
cool.
remasters, Jeremy. If you're a physical media guy like me,
Yes.
the 4K remasters are absolutely beautiful.
Would you say they were absolutely amazing, like Jay?
Amazing.
I would say yes. It was absolutely amazing. Yeah.
I'll have to check those out. Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched those movies. I would like to watch them again because I love those movies. I even like part 3. I know a lot of people didn't. I like the third one.
Yeah,
Well,
they did quality work when they did the remastering for the 4K physical media. I mean, it really is one of the best discs out there, transferred from 80s film stock you will find.
Nice.
Physical media for the win.
Yes, 100%.
Jonas J. Campbell, I think Valiant Renegade knows that guy.
Yeah, a little
for
bit.
$2 says, I got news for you. It means you're Jay.
He sent that in, for those of you who don't get it, he sent that in as Jeremy was playing the Ice-T clip from yeah. So Jonas J. Campbell is my right hand on YouTube. He is now my editor for my second channel, Great friend, part of that Park Place, part of the TPP crew with WW Pro, myself, and Fat Steven, who does the thumbnails on my main channel. So this is kind of like my Geeks and Gamers sort of family over there. So
good peeps, good
part of that
peeps.
crew, all good
Hell
peeps.
yeah. Cool. Much better than our peeps, I can tell you that. Now I got this type of shit going on here. Here we go.
I'm waiting for you to find
Oh
this.
God.
He's doing a great job. Fuck that, man. I didn't say that. I would never say that about Drunk 3PO. I would
That's
never.
AI. That's some AI stuff.
I know. I thank you, Jay. I know, Jay. I knew.
Oh my gosh.
But here, I'll retweet you. I'll retweet you just so you feel good. There we go. I'll retweet you. There, okay? Guys, go follow Jay on Twitter. He needs some support. He only has 35,000 followers, so please go support him. His dream is to all he's ever wanted to do is hit 36,000 followers. That's all he's ever wanted to do. Once he has 36,000, he's done. It's over.
No, but seriously now, Jay transitioned. Jay transitioned from Twitch to Kick.
Oh, I'm glad you followed that up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So
stunning and brave.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell people to support Jay on Kick. Come on.
No.
Angry Canadian for 10. Hey Jeremy, just dropping this message off. When you get a chance, I sent you a Twitter DM from Toa Nippon or Angry Canadian about the future G&G trips to Japan. I'll be standing by for contact whenever. Keep up the grift.
Yes, 100%. I will check that out. I appreciate it.
Titty Smacker for 3. You guys
That's
should
such
react.
a great name.
You guys should react to the Full Send podcast interview with Trump on Thursday. Starts at 5:30 Eastern.
Is Trump going to be on Thursday?
I think so.
They're doing it again. They're doing it
again. Didn't they post a picture with him?
Well, so Full Send did they did one with Trump like a year and a half ago, and it had I think it had like 15 or 20 million views in the first hour, the first day, and then YouTube nuked it. And so this was right after, this was one of his first major interviews he did. I don't know if it was just on YouTube it was going to go mega fucking viral. It was going to go mega viral, and YouTube nuked it. And so if they're doing it again, and I never even knew what the Full Sim podcast was. They're fucking massive. All of their stuff gets millions of views. So obviously we're leaving town Friday morning, but I will try to do a surprise Cobra Cast, an emergency Cobra Cast Thursday night to react to that. That's what we'll do. So we'll see.
Alec going Baldwin for 30. There's more than corn in Indiana, and there's more than corn pop in someone that passed Biden's sniff test. Well, thank you.
Sniff test.
Had them hairy legs.
Yeah. Jay and the Elite Fan over on Rumble for 5. You know what, Jay? Everyone memes on you, but you're a genuinely good dude, bro. World would be a better place if more people were like you.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Rumble.
He's the best of us. He's the best of us.
Lemon for 5. Finally saw the Mario movie today. Rather average as movies go, but my kids enjoyed it and had some excellent fan service moments. It's exactly what a video game movie should be.
Yeah.
I agree. Mr. Sack for 5.
I'm sorry.
199.
Mr. Sack. Go back to I was reading Ben Shapiro tweeted out about Matt Walsh getting hacked, and apparently he's had a lot of threats going on.
All the trans people.
Yeah. A lot Occupy Democrats is tweeting out about it. It's pretty bad. But anyway,
man.
So what was that previous one? I'm sorry.
He was just saying that he thought the Mario movie was average, but his kids loved it. So it had a lot of fan service moments, just like a video game movie should.
Hell yeah. Well said. It is awesome. I've seen it 3 times. I've loved it every single time more. It's gotten better each time. I think Chris has seen it 4 or 5 times. 4. Steph's seen it 3 or 4.
5, Krista.
We're not supposed to disclose that.
Oh, sorry.
So Steph, how many times? How many?
4.
I just wanted to make you unmute. But yeah, how many times have you seen it, Valiant?
Super Mario, I've been once, but I bought 6 tickets, so I kind of get a pass. I need to go back. I know I want to go back and see it again. It's a matter of time, and even though I'm not I've been working in the financial industry for 20 years, which is why I do what I do on YouTube. I'm not a CPA, but tax week gets busy for even guys like me too. So we went and did it right when it opened. I've got to go back. I'm hoping to go back this weekend, as a matter of fact. So, yeah.
Mr. Sack for 5. Hail 199. Hope you guys are having a good night. Jay, did you find the boobs in your flap last night? Racism, huh? Well, see you later.
What?
Oh. Hey, real quick, I was gonna make an announcement because Ruda just dropped it in the super chat. Geeks and Gamers Tabletop is getting a new member this Thursday. Should be kind of exciting. He's gonna be replacement for Ricatus since he had to leave. And it should be cool, awesome, exciting addition to the team. So really looking forward to it.
And I know we've been.
Remember?
Are you allowed to say who it is, or is it you, or what?
I don't think I'm allowed to say who it is since I didn't say who it was. I think he wants to surprise everybody with them popping up on the stream. So
say it anyway.
It's been a good time. I'm not gonna say it anyways. It's been a good time over there.
Say his name.
Yep. Every time a Rudai tries to think he finally has us on the ropes, we destroy whatever he has.
It's Frost.
Thrown at us.
Chat
so.
said.
Busted.
Again, you guys need to go. I think the Geeks
We're really
Gamers
close to
Tabletop
10K.
is closing in on 10,000 subscribers. So I guess apparently, I'm supposed to make an appearance on there when we hit 10,000. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I know nothing about tabletop. That's why Rudai runs that channel, not me. But yeah, shout out to Tabletop, and I'm really excited about it. So
if we hit 10K on that channel, Rudai is going to run a game of like Alien, basically with a bunch of members of the Geeks and Gamers crew, where we just are stuck on a ship getting murdered one by one by some kind of creature, and it's going to be a good time. Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I'm going to personally push Jeremy out of an airlock if he does play, because that was what I promised everyone. So, yep.
Oh man,
James the Elite Fan for 5. Y'all see the news? Bubbles from Lilo and Stitch got replaced with a live action remake. So much for that representation. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit on Daily. It's gonna be a shit show, and it's funny. Mark Reality for 5. Got to keep hope alive. Does Valiant Renegade think stockholders might possibly cause Disney to fold, or at least sell Star Wars?
No, Disney is, as was correctly pointed out in their early stages of the show, the bulk of their revenues, their operating income, everything else, comes from the theme park operations and linear broadcast, namely live sports, ESPN, of that nature. That is the headline stuff for them. That is what generates their highest operating income. They can afford to fumble and completely F up all the movies for, unfortunately, years before it has any serious impact. But I think Wall Street will start to take notice of that. Disney is not a company that is terribly inclined to sell major IPs, Lucasfilm and Star Wars included, particularly when they are heavily invested in those IPs in terms of real property, meaning you have over $2 billion of in-the-ground, literally physically in-the-ground investments in Star Wars, with 2 Galaxy's Edge theme parks and a hotel, not to mention all of the ancillary issues that go around with that. So for Star Wars to actually turn around and try to sell off a property like Lucasfilm at this point, because they've already burned the biggest capital positions of that. Remember, the reason Lucas was able to sell this to Disney for $4 billion was the prospect of he hadn't made the sequel trilogy movies yet. That was the big thing. That has now been torched. That's done. The value proposition for Disney to go out and peddle Star Wars off to somebody else, they'd be incredibly lucky to recover their $4 billion investment, and then Disney would have to strike a deal to then pay the new owners for it, for licensing rights, for theme parks and all this. I mean, think of what Universal has right now with the Marvel properties. Disney would love to get that back. You think Universal's going to give up the Marvel characters from their parks back to Disney? No, they're not. Disney's not going to put themselves in that kind of position again. So, I mean, the likelihood that Disney would sell that IP off as of right now is pretty close to zero.
100%. I've heard I shouldn't say I've heard a lot. I've heard a couple rumors about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Liberace's diamond thong for $20. Does it make me conservative as a twice Bernie Sanders leaning voter just because I don't think Disney should have their own government either? Because I'm tired of being a piece of shit or being told I'm a piece of shit by friends for thinking so. LOL. Thought y'all. It seems a little mixed up there, but no, I don't think you're a conservative just because you think Disney should be treated just like everyone else. It's also not a super traditionally conservative thing to necessarily get involved with, corporation and business. But when you're talking about holding someone accountable, like making sure they're following the same rules as everyone else is in your state, that's all that Ron DeSantis is doing. So no, I don't think there's anything conservative about what you're talking about.
Yep, agreed.
Rhino Helix for 10. The iced tea, I got news for you with the well, hold on. Did I say this already?
Yeah, you did.
It's an all-time favorite. It never gets old. Thanks for bringing it back.
Yep.
I already said this one too from Hayden. Hayden for 10. Watch the video I linked. Make Dan explain Brazil, then BRPO or BEPO, government SWAT shooting at people from helicopters. Let's delve into this. Dan, how do you live there? Jesus.
Hayden, I know this is hard to believe, but I don't know everything about Brazil. I have no idea what this is about.
You need to be held accountable. That's the bottom line. And I stand with Hayden. I stand with Hayden.
Responsibility.
I stand with Hayden in the 50.
50. There we go.
You stand with 50.
That was only 10.
No,
Shadow Knight for 20. Jeremy, Crowder's filming an interview with Trump and Mar-a-Lago on Wednesday. Snake Pit rise up. Hail FNT. Go TNME. And Raylos are still weird. Hashtag get woke, go broke. Hashtag Trump 2024.
Let's go. Well, I'll be covering that one on Wednesday night on CobraCast. Then, if he's recording it, I'm assuming it's going to air that day. So it looks like Trump's really getting busy with some interviews. So he interviewed with Tucker. He's interviewing with Crowder and now Full Sin. CobraCast maybe next. Trump. We'll see.
Reach out to him. Huh?
Horny Al for 5. Hail Valiant Renegade from the Legion of Memers and a fellow Louisiana resident.
Amen. Good to see my Louisiana people out there.
Zero Defects for 5. What if the AI deepfake stuff suddenly became common is to condition people to no longer believing video evidence in the future? That's going to be the result of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
The chat's saying I'm the worst Brazilian.
I don't know Giselle. She divorced Tom Brady.
That's true.
That's true.
She kind of is the worst.
Mike McGinnis for 5. Yeah, but can AI be latent gay? You could probably program it to be.
Yes.
Luke Slickoff for 5.
Wondering where that was going.
Blurga Befferb. Thank you.
We need Jay reading some of these.
I think Jay checked out about 3 hours ago when we started.
I know why I'm here.
Sid Dave.
Nobody else does.
Dylan Mulvaney endorsing Bud Light is like asking Elliot Page to endorse condoms. Both are a scam. Marcus Henry for 5. We out here into 199. Don't play. Thank you.
That's right.
Real quick.
Sizz.mp3 for 199. Can I hire Jay's entertainment for my kid's B-Day?
My entertainment.
Wants to hire you as entertainment. For
What's your price? What's your price, Jay?
Nah, I'm good. Thank you, though.
It depends on what kind of entertainment, right?
Pick up my book, please. We're almost at 83K.
What you got, Mike?
Oh, I just want to mention. So just YouTube drama. Obviously, Creator Clash 2 just happened, and Sam Hyde told iDubbbz he was going to sneak in, and so they had like major security. They banned a group of Garfield. And they wouldn't let anybody wear masks or anything. They come into the stadium.
Yeah.
And Sam Hyde, dressed in drag, and still made it into the stadium. And there's a picture of iDubbbz standing there, like, championing. And they're behind him. There's this massively fat woman behind him. And somebody
in drag.
Yeah, it was Sam Hyde behind him. And he took a pitch. He kept taking pictures of iDubbbz, like over his shoulder and shit like that. Yeah, so it was just pretty funny that he actually managed to sneak in. It was, but they banned, like, a ton of people. They were like, anybody in costumes were not allowed to come in because Sam bought like a ton of tickets to the event, so they didn't know where he was coming from. I just thought that was really funny.
I don't know a lot about that guy, but I hear everybody talking about him and how he's
crazy,
trolling everything. So
yeah, he was fucking.
That's
crazy.
funny.
It was fucking good.
Look at this super chat. Look at that super chat, Jay, from Valiant Renegade.
Who's that guy?
Who's that guy?
What?
Says, I love drunk 3PO. No, seriously.
Thank you.
He
I
is
got
the
news
best
for
of
you.
us. He's the best of us.
Ooh, lovers.
Jeremy
No, I mean,
loves you too, and you won't get a penny of that super chat, I'm sure, Jay.
That's
so.
right. Not a penny. Not a penny. Not a penny. But we are going to do our best. How many days are left on your campaign, Jay?
Probably
12.
like to May 2nd. I don't know when we get back from Vegas, but it'll be like 2 days after we get back, and then I'll do a closeout.
We gotta hit 100K.
Yeah, I mean, I've already. That would be awesome, but we've smashed some serious goals already. But we'll do a closeout stream, and then it's off to the printers and everything. So it's been amazing. If I don't sell another book from now until then, it's still beyond anything I ever expected. So it's pretty awesome.
It's just the beginning.
And I will say, like, I got my copy today in the mail, and like, holy crap! I mean, I was surprised at how many pages there were. It was really good quality. I started reading it already, and I was like, I'm actually really enjoying this.
Well, this is actually good. This
Yeah.
is
Well,
basically
no,
what
like you
Mike's
don't know.
saying.
You don't want to. I'm not gonna.
That was weird. Yeah.
I don't know.
This is
Don't judge the
actually
way
good.
I
It was
say it.
actually good. It had a lot of pages.
No, what I'm saying is I was surprised at how, like, I didn't know. I was thinking maybe like 100 pages, something like that. No, it was really good. So I'm gonna actually do like an official review on it in a couple days. And yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be like reading it to my kids and stuff because they were really excited about it. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that is
welcome.
true, Super Mastermind. Mike can read.
Yeah, one half of me can read.
Yeah.
Motolicious for 2. On Florida, Tractor Supply has a wood chipper sale. Ah, there you go. Jonas Campbell for 5. What's up, Jonas? Again, just paying money to point out you spelled Valiant wrong. It's true.
Hey.
Thank you. There is a story behind that for another day.
Another day.
Jay's bitch hand for 5. I have a confession. One time, I brushed against Jeremy's package. It was an accident. I'm not gay. It was odd that Jay sniffed me after.
Oh my God. Oh, you got.
Never a better time to bring Rippa back in than now. Although I'm
Hey, Rippa, it's not February anymore. You don't have to do that.
My camera's fucking off. Like, what's
Blackout.
Oh God!
I thought you were Activision or something.
My bad.
Oh man.
Paul Estrada for 5. Hail G&G. Today's my 21st birthday. Happy birthday! I can't think of a better crew to spend it with. Thank you for being so amazing.
Thank you.
DJ Nutsack for 2. Jay, be awkward when Ryan reads this.
That was good. That was
Oh
good.
my God! Did we
Sandstorm
miss
for
it?
2.
Did we miss this one earlier? I just looked in the private chat. So
Just
There
pull
we
up
go.
Are you pulling? Oh, there it is. There it is. There you go, Steven, you're welcome. There you go. This is. This is. Thank you so much, Steven, a man who I pay lots of money every month to make thumbnails for my channel, has made this for me.
What does Harrison Ford have?
I love you, Steven.
He likes ice cream.
Seems like
shit.
it.
Man,
That
I
was
like
good.
ice cream too. It's a shame that like a lot of dumb people are associated with ice cream right now, and it's like it's not fair to us regular. Like Joe Biden is associated with ice cream.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
So is Ben and Jerry.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Rip,
love
we had
ice
a
cream.
question earlier. We all told them what our first sonos would be. Since you've been having so many interactions with furries, what would your first sono be?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Apparently, me and Dan, you just saw the picture, right? I mean, we're all in
There you
it.
go.
So,
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Do you believe that the Lord
Oh my God.
turn around and tell those people?
Oh no. Oh
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I don't like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not. Do you believe?
Ripper randomly standing there.
Oh God! Thank you for not putting me in that. I appreciate that. Whoever did that. Oh my God.
Sandstorm for 2. Gotta go to work. Have a great stream. 199. Thank you, Sandstorm.
Thank you.
Kizzy for 5. Sometimes I tune into Valiant just to hear him talk. I want to cuddle with Mike's hair. Jay, I like your cute little clam hat. I feel like I said that one.
We got that one earlier. Yeah.
You get this at 221B Tactical. With all your Geeks and Gamers merch, you can get a clam hat over there.
I'm going to be adding a lot of new merch over there.
Hopefully a
over
park
the next
hopping
few
shirt
days,
will be over there too.
Maybe one day.
Grandmaster Chris for 2. Beardo, what's the meaning of life?
42.
Smelling salts.
Smelling salts, just being athletic, just dominating every single aspect of life, being the 9-time Pokemon League champion, just to name a few.
I'm still going with 42 for those of you who get the reference.
I get the reference, and it's a fucking great reference. But I thought Beardo was going to go with Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Crush your enemies. See them driven before you. Hear the lamentations of the women.
A great philosopher, I think, once said the meaning of life: "Fuck bitches, get money."
That's a good one too.
There you go. Bill Tackett for 5. Did someone find out Jonathan Majors voted for Trump? Yeah.
Sure get him out of Hollywood. 100%.
Yeah.
I like that's a great one. I like that one.
That will for sure get him out of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Come on here.
Jonas J. Campbell again for 5, and my best Morgan Freeman. You see, we can't afford to be seen to do business with whatever it is you're being accused of being.
There is no man on the internet that can do Morgan Freeman like Jonas Campbell.
Oh, nice.
Nobody.
Nice.
Yeah.
Christopher Wynn for 2. I woke up Kang Breezy. Thank you, Christopher Wynn. I beef a king for 199. Thank you. Mr. Grant Gregory, I just put a Jeremy rap video with AI tagged Day, Ryan, and TNME.
All right, I'll see if I can find it.
Flag Ninja for $5 says eggs.
Eggs.
Maybe Brazilian toppings on pizza.
Eggs.
Sketch for $2. YJY, you need Snickers, man.
Yeah, I could use a Snickers.
Yep.
Kindle's half chub on vacation for 5. I'm confused. Did Whoopi just side with Don Jr. on the Bud fiasco? Can her excuses take it? Well, considering Don got pretty roasted by actual conservatives who wanted to push back against woke companies. Yeah.
Yep. Don Jr. got annihilated and deserved it. He got the beard of shame last night on Cobra Cast. So
Dalu for 2 with a dog sticker. Thank you. Marksman for 2. I'm not gay no more. I love women. Women. Bird Up for 5. Let me be the first to congratulate Trans Vask on day 365 of being a girl.
God.
Hey, that's very cool that your dad's called Vask too. Congratulations.
Ooh, live reaction to that super chat right here.
Damn!
You know why Superfly your daddy? Because Superfly did this to your mama.
Oh, man.
Thank you. As his fat cunty brother for 2. Hi, Ryan. Next
Really went
thing
for that
AI is coming for his animation. Thank you.
I thought my chat had some great, clever names. Your chat owns this shit.
They go off.
There's one coming up. I don't know what the fuck this is. Mike Hawkspins for 5. Love the bisexual lighting tonight, guys. Thank you.
Can you read what was that guy's name again?
Mike Hawkspins.
Like spin.
Yes. Jay. J Rock for 5. Hi, Ryan. I like Brie Larson too. Her feet can be saved. We have the technology. Brie Larson for life. All right.
It's like I once told my chat when Brie
Chat is the
Larson
goat.
lays down in her Manhattan high rise, her toes are already in London 6 hours later.
I'm not concerned where her toes are. Only her tits. All right. This is a super chat. I don't know what fucking kind of money this is, but the name is Mr. Big Wig Majig AG Lig Vietnam Ham Jam Fig Stig.
What? Wait,
going on, man?
hold on.
You've got. Can you pull that up on screen?
I've
Are you
actually
serious?
heard-
Hang on. I got the
What's
perfect.
going
I got
on
the
down
perfect
here?
response. I
I
got
was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. What just happened?
That's the fucking name.
I've heard this. guy
Where's
before,
Ripa going? Made Ripa leave.
Ripper's got to pump up his fucking ball.
I think
His
Ripper had a
ball.
seizure when he heard that
He has a blue
name.
ball.
Look,
What's
Jay
he
Blue
doing?
Ball.
Yeah,
Look at blue ball.
Ripper is
Blue
on the
ball.
big screen. He doesn't even know he's zoomed on the. Oh wait, there he is.
What the fuck?
Nah, blow me back up. Blow me back up. Blow me back up.
Blow him back up.
Hey,
There we
see
go.
this physique?
Hydrate.
Twice a day, motherfuckers.
Sitting on the blue
I
ball.
thought I thought you needed to fucking put air in your ball.
They were looking at your blue. They were staring at your blue ball.
Yeah.
I actually like when y'all called me and said, "Hey, can you come on the show tonight?" And I'm like, I felt like I had to go to the gym because I knew I'd be sitting next to Eric. I'm like, I need to go lift. 'cause
Nah,
I
don't
feel
worry.
like
I'll even that out for you.
So let me reset this.
Big
from,
Majig.
I think it's like from Turkey 55, whatever the fuck it is. It says from Mr. Big Wig Majig AG Lig Vietnam Ham Jam Fig Stig.
The
Says,
one and only.
What a diverse panel. 2 gals, Rasputin, Kid from Wonder Years, Canadian Bear, my custom character from Tony Hawk 3, a sentient Fro, Dirty Dan, and Regs.
They call Beardo
Okay,
Rasputin.
now super chat back with
my
$100. Super chat back with another
Really?
$100 and tell us who is who.
Yeah. Who's who?
Can we get the Rasputin song with Beardo, please?
I thought Krista was the
Rasputin.
bearded guy. I wasn't sure. So just making.
No.
Oh, man.
Understand.
Look at this one that just came in. Look at this super chat that just came in with the profile picture right there. Dilated sphincter. It's just
God damn, man.
dollar sign with the what?
I am really trying right now.
As is trans tits for 2. Ryan, what supercuts did you go to? I need a trim. I didn't go to supercuts. I went to wherever the capable gentleman told me to go. Predator Magnus for 2. Epic Dyke. Am I right, boys?
Oh my god.
Fucking nailed it, buddy.
And there's people on this panel that were worried about me trolling.
Predator
My
said
God.
that one.
Every week this show, I think like it can't get funnier, and every week it gets funnier and crazier.
I'm so
Holy
sorry.
shit! Oh my god.
As is trans tits for 5. In the Little Mermaid trailer, Scuttle is not even a species of a gull anymore. It's a northern gannet. Sincerely, a triggered ornithology student.
Great. Even the birds are fucking trans now. Great.
They're turning the birds trans.
Jay's full utter chub for 199.
Full utter chub.
Ew.
Like a cow.
Ew.
Wait. Udders don't get chubs, do they?
If they need to fucking get
Yours
milk.
do,
Yeah.
apparently.
Ew.
If
Yeah,
they
if
need milking, they get it chubby.
When it's
No,
cold
it
out.
gets stiffer, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And moving on. Next super chat. Thank you, folks. Appreciate y'all being here.
Jay's full utter chub for 199. Jay eats the poo-poo with raw potatoes.
Oh, no, I don't.
Eats the poo-poo.
It's a poo poo.
Aurora uplinks for 2. Expect an amazing Mandalorian movie by Favreau and Lucas. I will hold my breath.
Keep waiting.
Fat Steven Seagal for 2. Well, hold on. Fat Steven JFG. He's changed his name so many times.
He did. He's avoiding issues.
That's right.
One of the Valiant Renegade team members. Great guy. Check him out.
Aw, Valiant Renegade's grown up so fast. Puberty next.
Thank you, Steven. And on that note, you're fired.
He's got a couple right here. VR in the middle. Does that make him Alice?
Yes.
And then Valiant won't let me out of the basement. Help me.
Go back in the basement, you sumbitch. And shut up.
Aurora uplinks for 2. Maybe assign Brie Larson to join Tom Cruise stunts. Hey, she likes to do her own. So, Jay's soggy taint for 199.
Oh God!
Is Jay Fly now? Jay Fly now.
Where are these names on my Sunday live show? My God, you guys are amazing out there.
Fly.
Aurora uplinks for 5. Caravan Palace, Lone Digger. I have to be very careful saying that.
Yeah.
How many people have, there have been so many people that have tweeted or that have super chatted the word digger for some reason over the past 2 days. And gotta be careful here.
No.
Where did it go?
Hard R.
Oh,
Ryan Cannell.
Dare you to watch that awful video. It's wild and dark and messed up, but you could call it a furry scale world. Thank you. I don't know if we're gonna have time to check that out. Gung Ho Mac for 5. Jay's body hair qualifies him as a furry. Ripples does.
Body hair.
Wow.
Yeah, he don't got near as much as fucking I do.
Twiggy
Anybody
McStump.
does, to be fair.
Yeah. Twiggy McStumpwizzle for 199.
Why do you
That's not
say
even
like
funny?
Twiggy McStump Whizzle?
His name.
Yes.
Is the Canadian bear a furry?
Yeah.
No.
I think it qualifies.
Yes.
I think it
I think he's
think so,
retired.
too.
Retired.
It
You'll never see
qualifies.
it
It was
again.
his first Sona. He retired it.
It was a great run. We had a great run with it.
Eric K for 5. Dan, when is the video of you wearing the capybara costume coming out?
Hey, how do you know it already doesn't exist?
Ah, that's true.
So when is it coming out? That's what he asked.
February 31st.
There you go. February 31st. Just keep waiting, Eric.
There's no such thing.
Yes.
The joke is always funny
only
when you
has
explain
28
it.
days.
Or sometimes 29.
Oh,
Should we explain it
God.
anymore?
Yeah.
Jay's soggy taint for 5. Dan's Amazing Grace cover is easily the best version I've ever heard. Thanks and God bless you. P.S. Pop, 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 corn pop.
Wow.
I
Thank you
second
very
that
much.
super chat. Everything up until and before pop, pop, corn pop. The first part I'm good with.
Thank
What
you
about
so
the
much.
name?
Thank you so much. I put a lot of work into it and feels good to hear.
Can you thank him by name?
No, I don't know his name. What
It's
is his
Jay's
name?
soggy taint.
Jay Soggy Tank. Thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot.
No, Dan, let me help you. You need to say, I love Jay's soggy taint.
Nah, too many.
I don't
people-
know.
too many
I don't
guys-
know
This is
Jay
getting
Soggy Tank.
clipped.
I don't know Jay Soggy Tank personally, but maybe one day.
I mean, you could say it in response to that super chat. That'd be great.
I'm not loving someone because of $20. It's like
Well, it was only 5.
5, even
yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah,
have
but
at
I
least
gave Jay the
100
clip
for me to
anyway,
love
so.
you.
To be fair, that $5 is like a fucking $100 in your country.
Oh yeah, I could buy. Yeah, first payment of a car.
Female driver for $5. I ran over 2 pedestrians, but got home in time for TNME. Sounds about right. Garrett for $5. My Italian grandma, RIP, is probably crying right now, seeing eggs and pineapple on pizza. Great stream, y'all.
Oh yeah, there was eggs and pineapple on the pizza at the same time. I
Probably.
didn't see that. That's illegal.
Jay's gaping butthole for $2.
Oh my God.
Balloons and butt plugs make me happy. I'm tired.
Oh my God.
Headcase Laboratory for $199. Universal will take over Disney World. Hey, they're pretty fucking close.
Now, Dan, say I love Jay's. Never mind.
Scott McKenzie for 199. Party like it's 199. Thank you, Scott. Ultra for 2. AI's everywhere. Even Venezuelan's president has one.
What?
Aurora Uplinks for 2. YouTube is losing viewers due to censoring. Broke. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
We read a Rude Eyes super chat about the new G&G tabletop member joining on the Frost Maiden show. Check it out tomorrow over there on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Flag Ninja for 5. G&G getting deeper lore than Warhammer 40K.
That's what we're all about. It keeps getting crazier and crazier around here, and that's how we like it. So, man, this has been a funny ass show tonight.
Kindle's Half Chub on vacation for 5. Hey, crew, have you heard any more about Julian Sands? Other than that, he's left Hollywood.
I'll wait for the latest Josiah Rises update for the next actor. Another actor leaves Hollywood, so we'll see. They got another one.
So Josiah made a video about Denzel Washington a couple days ago, and I watched. I was like, holy shit! Like that was really like base take by Denzel. So I made a whole fucking video about it. I found the article that he used and everything. It was a Louder with Crowder article that came out just a few days ago. Turns out the video that was used in that was from 6 years ago.
Oh,
and Louder with Crowder wrote a whole fucking article about it, and like Josiah made a whole video on it. I made a whole video on it, like not realizing that.
I expect that shit from Josiah. Though. That sounds like that's like right up his alley. Or
Yeah.
Shit to do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Denzel destroys Hollywood 6 years ago.
Man.
Fat Steven JFG for 2. I'm so sorry for Twitter. Show it, and we did show it. J Rock for 5. Is Dan even from Brazil? He seems to know nothing about that country.
It's like, listen, Americans probably don't go through this a lot, but maybe Krista can relate. People come to you and say, "Hey, I know this guy from Brazil. Do you know him?" And it's like when they discover that I don't know everybody from Brazil, it's like, "Wow, you're a terrible Brazilian." It's like,
unlike a lot of like European countries and stuff like that, Brazil is a massive fucking country, much like America. It's big. So, it can be vastly different depending on where you live.
But I'm also a clueless person.
Yeah, that is true. That is
Martin Kohler for 2 just got out of Renfield. It was a lot of fun. I want to see Renfield as well. It's going to bomb, but I heard it was good.
I do too. I want to see it.
I'm sad that it sucks the air is going to bomb so hard, man. It's going to bomb bad. So it's a really good movie.
They make movies like that for Oscars.
Yeah,
they're not built for theaters. It's like they know going in, we're going to have to make our net on the back end with PVOD and streaming and long range like Oscar nominations. They know that when they go in.
Yeah.
Renfield's kind of a mess, but Nicolas Cage is amazing as Dracula. I will say that. He was really fucking good.
Spirian for 199. Thank you. Jay's Soggy Taint for 199. Shout out from Shreveport to Renegade.
Hell yeah.
Jay's
North
Soggy
Louisiana,
Taints
baby.
in Louisiana. Slade Lawton for 5. Ripa, did you hear about the awful passing of Pompey the Great? Rumor has it he received quite the headache on a boat to Egypt.
It's like a meme from the very first episode of Tuesday Night's Main Event, and it's never gonna die.
Yeah, so 2 years ago or whatever the fuck, Ripa saw an article or something about Sean Connery dying, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And he like puts in the private chat that Sean Connery just died.
It was like 1 year after.
Like, I feel like that shit happened a long time ago. But Ripa was like, "Oh shit!" That doesn't happen. Ripa doesn't put a lot of shit in the private chat. He doesn't like so for him to be like, "Oh shit, Sean Connery just died." It was like a big deal. James Bond is dead. Ryan Spinell for 199 says, "Hey. Thank you." Jay's Gaping Butthole for 5. Thinks hold on.
That sound you made didn't help the name.
I was laughing at the other one.
It sounds like what a fart sound.
No, you weren't.
A gaping butthole. Jay's Gaping Butthole 5. Thinks Dill does are great. Not for kids, just for me. Buy the book. It's great. No dill does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank God dill don't.
Chris Arcella for 5. You're very welcome, comma, Jeremy for that clip, period. Shout out to Cecil for finding it. Thank you, Chris. What's up, Chris? Dumb Cumpster for 199. Breeze Hart. Breeze Hart is even bigger than her feet. Thank you. Jared the American for 199. I called Jay a sexy vegetable once on Twitter.
You did? What kind of vegetable?
Maybe it means like a person who's like in a coma or something.
Like a beet? Like a beet or a cabbage?
Kumquat.
Eggplant.
Beets are red. I like the color red.
Sketch for 2. Jay, would you let a penguin feed you Snickers?
Snickers?
I would.
I mean, maybe.
Why not?
Sure.
Yeah, what are you fucking opposed to?
Penguins
Zero
smell
Cool
bad.
2. Ryan takes big diggers. Thank you.
We're really trying to catch you slipping on that one.
So apparently, diggers is slang for like taking a shit or something. In Australia, one of these butt fuck countries. I don't know.
Butt fuck countries.
We got another super chat from
Renegade's dead. Valiant's
Mr.
done.
Big Wig Majig AG Lig Vietnam Ham Jam Fig Stig.
one and
For
only.
some fucking country 22. Wait, Valiant isn't the guy from Wonder Years?
Fred Savage.
I'll
What a
take
giant-
I'll take that Fred Savage money.
Put a giant mole on the side of your
Oh God.
I'm
laughing too hard.
Kizzy for 5. I think I have PTSD. When Ripa stood up, I got nervous. I even zoomed in on my screen just in case. How you doing, Ripa? Missed ya. He was worried you were pulling a Gavin McGinnis.
That's not gonna happen.
Long Ripper.
I think
It's not happening.
just think about that chat, though. I got nervous when he stood up because I thought he was pulling his dick up, and I zoomed in just in case.
Zoomed in.
Oh no!
That's pretty fucking.
Oh no!
Anyway,
Jay's gaping butthole for 5. Dan
God
Bass
dang it.
plays inside of me. Says the acoustics are phenomenal.
Hello, hello.
I mean, Jay's butthole is dropping some money tonight.
Yes, yes.
Dropping
We all
bombs
should
like he
stop
drops
and
deuces.
What a
we should
guy.
all thank Jay's butthole for sponsoring tonight's show.
Thank you,
appreciate
Jay's
Jay's butthole.
butthole.
Thank you, Jay's butthole.
What I got?
Jay's fat cankle for $1. Thank you.
I don't have cankles.
pretty good.
What is gankles?
It's when
when you have
you're
fat
fat and there's really no definition between your calf and your ankle.
Yep.
Like your calf goes so straight into your foot.
Similar to
see.
similar to Shelbo's.
Okay.
I never heard that shit.
That's because I made that one up.
Never heard that one.
I've known people like that.
I've heard that shit.
Aurora uplinks for 2. I heard that song is in a Disney film. 3 minutes. A lot of commas in there. Thank you. Slaglass for 5. I'm shocked you got Steve Shives on tonight. And the name change to Valiant Renegade's an improvement, I think. Kizzy for 199. I love seeing Mike laugh. Makes me warm and fuzzy.
Oh.
I got news for you.
Jay's Soggy Taint for 499. I lost my balloon. Little kid from Spider-Man 2 game. Also Jay.
I remember that kid.
I never lost a single balloon.
Fantastic game. Fantastic.
That was a great game.
One of my first PS2 games.
Chris Benoit for 5.
Oh no.
Hi, Dan.
Oh no, not this part. Not this part.
Hi, Dan. Could you make a new entrance video for me? My wife used to handle stuff like that, but I'm kind of in the doghouse right now with her.
Do I know you?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
We went through this last time.
Now I feel
Googled-
awkward about Dan asking, to do a new intro for me.
Damn.
You Googled Chris Benoit.
I mean,
Chris Benoit's family.
Chris Benoit. That's how you spell it.
I'm lost.
We fucking talked about this. I swear to God, last time you were on the
It was last
Really?
week.
I was
look up Chris Benoit on.
It's not just Brazil that he doesn't remember, guys. I think Dan's got a fucking memory issue.
I was probably playing Fortnite or something.
Jeremy is completely gone.
Yeah.
Y'all thought I was gone earlier.
Do I know you?
Do I know you?
You did. You looked it up last week, Dan.
Chris Benoit. Look it up. Ali Penderell for $20. Thank you, Ali. Thanks for doing these live streams. You guys help my sanity as I face this woke world. Still new to Geeks and Gamers, but I've been a huge fan of Dan Vask for years. So cool to see you guys know each other. Sorry for the Dan compliment.
Why are you apologizing?
We will allow it, Ali.
I like Dan. Sorry about it.
We will.
Thank
no,
you,
no,
Beardo.
no, 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 no.
Beardo's a wise man.
Beardo, don't start. Don't start.
No, I was mimicking them. They said, "Hey, I'm sorry about liking Dan." I was just reiterating what they said.
No, don't
Dan's
Dan's
not
not half bad
Dan's
either.
Not
though.
a good. He didn't even know who Chris Benoit was a week after reading about Chris Benoit.
It was shocking to you.
Wait. How do you spell that?
Benoit.
Benoit.
Wrestler.
Oh,
Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
You remember this now?
Yeah, I do. You know, I don't have enough space in my head for all that stuff. I need to remember lyrics for songs and stuff.
Can't you just forget the lyrics after you sing the song once?
Notice-
That's not how it works.
Notice how adept the Brazilian people are at backpedaling live.
It's funny that super chat said that because my mother called me demented like 2 weeks ago. I never forgot it. My mother called me demented.
Oh man. God.
Sorry about that.
Flag Ninja for 5. The internet never forgives or forgets.
That's for sure.
That is for sure.
Legit Indian channel. Don't look into it. Dumb. Says asked Dan if he knew a girl named Maria, and he knew 50.
Oh yeah, Maria. It's a common name in Brazil. Yeah.
Mr. Grant Gregory for dude. Jeremy, I DM'd that video to you.
Okay.
Jesus Davila for 5 with a thumbs up. Thank you. Garrett for 2. Beardo, what pre-workout do you use for Fortnite?
Just depends whatever I got on me. Total War. I'll say one. Total War from Redcon 1. That one's pretty good. That one gets the blood pumping.
Let's get through these memberships. Mr. Jimmy, welcome to the channel. Lion Dogface Pony Soldier gives the channel membership. Thank you. Bebop says, Jay, can you get Lady Ripa on TNME? Mike's black.
Thank you.
I mean, Ripa's here.
Wow.
Well, you're the one that books the guests, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, didn't you get Valiant on? Oh, that's right. No, that was Ryan. Ryan did a great job.
Could have asked me. I would have asked Valiant.
Well, it was actually Ryan's idea. He's like, hey, we should get Valiant on. Like, if you would have had, some initiative, you could have given the suggestion to me.
Yeah.
I got Jake on. That was an initiative.
Yeah.
No,
it
it wasn't.
I got nothing. I'm just.
So are you saying if Valiant was a member of the Mr. Beast crew, you would have then, recommended him?
Yeah.
If it makes you
talking
really
to
want
me?
to, yeah.
You didn't ask me to do anything.
Yes, I did.
I'll ask Lady Ripa if she wants to be on next week.
That's how we got to that point.
That's what I'll do. But we're not gonna have the show next week.
Yes, we are. From Vegas.
Why wouldn't we? Oh, yeah, I need to talk to some people about that.
Yes, I think actually they were
might,
messaging me too, and I forgot to respond. So
Yes.
I know we're going to be doing it in a studio in Vegas, so it's going to hopefully anyway.
But yeah, we got to work on that. So
Yep.
maybe.
Yep.
Tyrant Lizard King, the moment I've been waiting for. Valiant Renegade on G&G. All hail the 199th Battalion, the Bree Busters.
Yes.
I like that one.
That was pretty good. No, Valiant's been great. He's welcome anytime. So
Dean H, 5
Thank you
Geeks
for
Gamers
having me.
membership. Thank you, Dean. Full Metal Vash. The game Skyward Sword actually cleared up a lot of the lore in the Zelda franchise.
That's
I
true.
didn't
That
play a
was
lot of
after
Skyward
Skyward
Sword.
Sword that they came up with the whole timeline and multiple timeline things.
Derp Nader says, just want to say hail to the panel and to the Snake Battalion. Hail to you all. Thank you. Taters Vivo. Short King Ripa is funding G&G with crack rock money. Also, Jay, would you eat a raw fermented Greek potato?
Probably not. But thank you.
Jesus Davila, member for 17 months with a thumbs up. Thank you. Soli Bach says, Puerto Rico. Thank you. Craig House of Greeka for member for 7 months says, I'm a Puerto Rico resident. I can tell you it's the dumbest idea ever. The government's broke, power comes and goes, and the hurricanes. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, our concept artist is from fucking Puerto Rico. I'm trying to get him the fuck out of there because
hell yeah, man.
They'll get fucking power outage, and he's like fucking, man, I can't do work and shit. I'm like, it's stupid. It just happens like all the fucking time out there.
Well, why is that? Why is that?
Because it's a little fucking island that gets just wrecked with hurricanes, and it's got like bad infrastructure and shit.
Yeah, the government is like corrupt as fuck, and just
There's a lot of
Jay's
libertarians that
milkshake brought me
move
to the
there
yard.
because you don't pay income tax.
I don't have no milkshakes.
Yeah, but they also then like buy up a bunch of land and then don't do anything with the infrastructure. So.
I like strawberry milkshake.
We're almost done, but at Valiant, if you need to bounce, just let me know.
Yeah, we got a couple more left.
I mean, finish the member chats. That's fine. I was laughing in the chat because it said, actually, celebrate the first super chat from Jay's Milkshake brought me to the yard. That was actually in the chat over there. So let's all celebrate Jay's Milkshake brought all the boys to the yard.
That's right.
Strawberry.
George Vigil says so much green in the chat. Hail the Clamshell Coalition. There's a lot of fucking members. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Super Mastermind, welcome to the 199. Eric K with a member chat. Bree must be AI generated because everyone knows AI cannot do feet. Maybe. Leslie Tarkin, member for a month. Who would be a great replacement for Majors in the role of King? Hail the Clam Digga Battalion. Thank you. I think that who should replace Jonathan Majors? John Boyega.
Just thought of the first black guy he could think of.
Black, John Boyega.
Idris Elba.
It doesn't matter. Nobody saw Kang. Nobody saw Ant-Man. Nobody saw Loki. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter at this point.
42.
I think John Boyega looks a lot like Jonathan Majors, actually. Not just because they're black, but their facial structure. Let's see. Super Nate, member for 2 months. I don't like men's no more. Thank you. Mr. Big Wig Majig, AG Lig, Vietnam Ham, Jam, Fig, Stig. Welcome to the 199. And then Mr. Big Wig Majig, AG Lig, Vietnam Ham, Jam, Fig, Stig gifts 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you. WG with 5 gift memberships. Thank you, WG.
5.
Marcus Henry, member for 3 months. Steph only mutes because she doesn't want her farts to be heard.
Hey.
There you go. Apton 45. Hail G&G. Hey Beardo, when are you going to show up for premium night?
This Thursday, he'll be
I'm
there.
thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
He'll be there.
Be careful what you wish for. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, my Lord.
Jeremy David for 2. Epic Mike actor Jonathan Majors leaves Hollywood.
What?
Epic Mike. Hold on. Epic Mike actor Jonathan
I was wondering, I
Majors
was like,
leaves
yeah.
Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, sure.
He didn't die, though, so it's not as funny.
Yeah, like.
Jay's Soggy Taint for 199. Did you eat Frost's poo-poo?
What?
Thank you, Taint.
Josh Kranzler for 5. Stay frosty, my friends. Thank you. Gizmo Surplus for 199. Message retracted. Steve Ferguson for 499. I'll vote for either one of them, Trump or DeSantis. So will I. And this may cost me my future job as chief cripple officer at G&G. But DeSantis 2024. Thank you, Steven.
That will never cost you. That will never
Sketch says, Jay, do you know the chocolate-coated peanut, caramel, and nougat bar known as Snickers was named after the favorite horse of the Mars family?
I did not know that.
Didn't know
Thank
that.
you.
No.
Harry Brownhole for 222. Or for 220, sorry.
Come on,
Shout out
y'all.
to Jay's gaping butthole, the 199 Clam Squad.
God.
Brutal.
Zero Cool for 2. Owen Hart did nothing wrong.
I didn't sell a single book tonight either.
Lucas C, welcome to the 199. Thank you.
You haven't sold a single book tonight?
No.
Come
Tapped
on,
out the
chat.
audience.
199.
It's all right. It's okay.
He's waiting for that Glenn Beck money.
We probably tapped out the entire.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
yeah.
We gotta
It's
sell
all
some.
good.
We
It's all
gotta
good.
sell some books. We gotta drop that link. We need to sell some books.
Oh,
all right, let's push to 85K.
Hey, we've been pushing it a lot on this show. It's all good, man.
You know what I got in the mail today, Jeremy? Well, I got something that I need to approve from Makeship.
Ah. Nice.
So it looks like we're almost ready for those. So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm excited.
Aurora uplinks for 2. To fix it, they may split Lucasfilm into 2 studios. Yeah, probably. Dr. Krutchakokov for $20.
20.
Side effects of Ryan Kinnel include headaches, anal seepage, shit takes on movies, lesbian hairdos, floor pizzas, and vigorous self-abuse. Ask your doctor if Ryan Kinnel is for you. Are you saying that's like what I have, or that's what I give people?
I just want to know more about floor pizzas. So.
Oh, you don't know about floor pizza?
Oh,
I have a rough idea. Well, I'll find out later.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Ryan's sideways vagina for $5. I thought Twitter was that space between my twat and shitter. Thank you.
Oh,
Six
shit.
Iverson for 2. Happy belated birthday, Ripa.
Appreciate it.
Birthday, Ripa.
You don't want to talk to him.
Oh my God!
He's like, why did I come
chat
back?
is amazing.
He's like, why did I come back here?
Marksman for 2. Jay, corn pop, corn pop, corn 199, potato.
I thank you.
Gung Ho Mac for 5. Ryan took Brie on a date, but he got jealous when she ordered a chocolate shake instead of vanilla. She likes it thick. Thank you. And that's it.
Thank you, chat. We appreciate you.
I checked him earlier. We might have more.
Chat is always.
Oh no,
You just got one more.
Yeah, so we got
one more.
Would you lick a potato from Marksman?
What? How does that start? Like, what is this? Like, I don't even know when
Just
this
answer the
happened.
question, Jay.
Why not?
Like,
Why do
It's
you
a
have
simple
mashed
yes or no
potatoes?
question.
It's really not. It's not difficult. It's really not difficult to answer.
Would I lick a potato? No, probably not.
Why not?
I put my potatoes in the microwave. And then I eat them. So I don't.
But they
want
don't
anything
touch your tongue.
after I cook them. But I don't lick them. I chew it up and swallow.
Gotcha. It's kind of racist, but whatever.
Okay.
Sure, she appreciates that.
It's a little racist, but whatever.
Let's see. We got Blacklist Universe. Mike Miller in the house for $5.
What up?
Says Ryan, check your Twitter DM. You'll thank me. Look at this. What is this? This is from looks like a GoFund or not a GoFundMe, but a Fund My Comic for Ma'am I Am.
Oh,
Chef Festive.
no.
I have actually seen this, I think, around Twitter. So there you go. Ma'am I Am.
I was going to crack a joke before he pulled it up and it said, I bet it's a dick pic. And I was right.
Biology 101.
You cannot know how ladies feel. It is not true. It is not real. A woman's more than shoes or clothes. I do not care if you have those.
Oh my God. Can we get
Holy
Sam
shit.
Jackson to read this book like he did with Go the Fuck to Sleep? Because that was epic. Like, we need to get Sam Jackson to read this book.
This is from
man.
Chat Festive. Look up Ma'am I Am. That's pretty funny.
That's
That's hilarious.
That is good stuff.
Thank you, Mike. All right.
What is with why are you asking these? We appreciate your super chats, but we don't want the answers to these questions. My God. You know what I'm
There's
looking
one-
at, Mark's
Oh
man.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're looking at. There's one that's trying to send Ripa to a nuclear place. Ripa's gonna lose it on this one. Not
All right,
this
Chris,
one, but
Chris Arcella for 10. Hey, Ryan, I couldn't hear any of the super chats because you're fucking deaf. Can you repeat all of them for me all over again? I love you, Ryan. Kiss
Wish you
face.
disabled ass.
Thank you, Chris. Let's see. Stephen Ferguson for 199. Ripa, your thoughts on tax day? That is today.
yeah.
We'll save that one for last.
I filed an extension.
Oh, man. Y'all wouldn't imagine the amount of money they think I'm supposed to give them.
I believe me, I know. I've been doing this 20 years. I have a very good idea.
I bet your anger is at a place it's never been on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been taxed, obviously, this past year than I have ever in my life.
Yeah, they ain't the chair that's messing your back up. It's that stress.
The first year that I actually like saw success on YouTube, that was tough news to receive the following tax season. I'm like, wait, what?
You didn't know your asshole could stretch that big, could you?
Yeah. No, that's around the time I decided we got to do a lot of Brie Larson videos. I got to make some money.
Yeah, going from
Yeah.
working a job where you get a W-2 and you automatic withdrawals and stuff for your taxes to going to a fully self-employed or whatever.
Yeah.
Where you have to save all your own. It's a difference.
It's fucking brutal. We're like,
Yeah,
damn,
ain't
bro,
no
wanna make-
fucking
Yeah.
get tax refund. What the
Nah,
fuck?
Tax refund. God.
What the
do I
fuck
wanna
is
make
that?
this money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Zero cool for 2.
Taxation is theft.
It is.
Potato Ryan's Tint Corn Pop. Thank you. Celluloid Dream for 199. Ryan is a fig. Thank you. Marksman for 2. Jay, would you lick Valiant Renegade?
We are not answering this question. Next,
Jay, answer the
super
question. This is very important.
What if he was covered in potatoes?
Why are you thinking about this? Just say no, motherfucker.
He's considering it.
No.
No. Well, he's like, no.
Jay's-
No.
Jay's
Never.
no, Super Mastermind for 5. Play Zork 2. I see your AI raised you 30 years in the past. Thank you. Marksman for 2. Jay, would you lick a potato that Valiant licked?
What is this? No.
Sophie for 6, because Gary never reads my super chat. Candy is on the way to him. Hopefully it reaches him before Vegas. There is stuff for Ryan, Jeremy, Gay.
Just call me gay.
I
Yeah,
did,
you
but
did.
it's because it says Jay and Gina. So
Ah!
I said a G. Yeah.
It's because you're Jay.
Yeah.
He called you gay.
I didn't mean to. But thank you, Sophie. Jay's fat cankle for 5. I've seen Jay lick a potato before, and it wasn't the vegetable kind.
Oh.
Aurora Uplinks for 2. You're
Brutal,
gonna fall in
man.
love with Star Wars again. Thank you.
Brutal.
All right.
Hey, I doubt it.
Thank
Go
you,
buy
Chad.
Jay's book.
Thank you,
It-
Chad.
Go buy Jay's book tonight, please, or he may not come back next week.
Nah.
We
Oh,
love
man.
Jay.
Holy shit! You guys.
I just
have been
really, I'm
crazy.
pretty exhausted these past 2 weeks, but no.
I hear you.
You guys have
All
done
right.
awesome, man. The G&G family has like come through. They never let me down. Awesome.
Except for
Awesome
not
people.
getting him to 100,000 subscribers. So
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Who left? Where'd Dan go?
oh, what the hell?
We lost
Brazilian
him.
internet.
Like just now.
He
it's
ordered
so
a
much-
pizza.
Honestly, it's so it's so much better without him. So it's totally fine. All right, let's wrap this up. So yeah, we're gonna play Fortnite. I'm not sure. I know it's gonna be on Locked and Loaded Latinos. Chris, are you playing?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna stream it?
Sure. Yeah.
Where?
On Twitch.
Huh? You gonna do it on Geeks and Gamers Twitch? Okay.
You want me to do it on YouTube? I could do it on YouTube.
I was
also.
actually, why don't you do it from? Why don't we just do the members' perspective?
Okay.
On here, and
Sure.
so we'll do a members' perspective. And let's see, Valiant Renegade. Tell them about your channel. Tell them where they can find you, man. You were great tonight. Appreciate you being here. Love your work, man.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Of course, my very first video on YouTube, Jeremy was one of those names. Jay as well, Ryan Kittle as well. I mean, some of the names I mentioned as kind of inspirations to get me on here a little over 2 years ago now. So it's been a blast. You can find me at Valiant Renegade on YouTube, Valiant with 2 L's, of course. No, it is spelled correctly as far as I'm concerned. Valiant Renegade on Twitter as well. Just drop the E on Renegade. That fits into the Twitter mold. Cover a lot of the business side of Hollywood. My mantra has always been putting Hollywood through the business and financial lens of reality. So it's kind of what we do there. Spent 20 years in the financial industry and just love doing this as kind of an aside. And having these conversations and making friends on YouTube. So you guys have been amazing. I haven't laughed this hard on a live stream, and I can't remember when. This has been a blast. Thank you so much for having me on, and appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was great having you. Really appreciate it. So, no late Cobra Cast tonight. Celluloid Dream. Those are Monday, Wednesday, Friday scheduled days. However, this Friday will not be an official Cobra Cast, but it might be one when we're on the road because we'll be traveling. And but we will be playing a little bit of Fortnite tonight, and it looks like we'll be the members on the YouTube side. And yeah, so it's gonna be fun. All right. Anybody else got anything they want to plug? Anything got going on?
I'm gonna read
And
a couple.
I know we got a few more super chats. And again, great job to Beardo, Steph, for the videos that they have over on what used to be Geeks Gamers Clips. Me and Steph are going to decide whatever we're going to call that channel now. But that channel, you're going to see that channel kind of be revamped. You're going to see Geeks and Gamers Live revamped a little bit. And just some changes to kind of tighten things up here at Geeks and Gamers, because we have way too many moving parts. And I got to try to dial a few things back so we can be a little more efficient in the areas that we already have. So, and then we're gonna be focusing a lot on the memberships and stuff here on YouTube. So keep your eyes open for that. But go ahead, Ryan.
All right. Let's get some of these. Marksman, Valiant. Did you ever cheat on your left hand with your right?
Not in the last 25 years.
Go. Michael Smith for 5. Love the stream tonight, you guys. Love Valiant Renegade. Can you bring him back? Make him a part of Geeks and Gamers, please. Thank you, Michael.
Valiant is welcome back anytime. He was fantastic, and I watch enough of his videos lately. His takes on all this stuff with Hollywood's been really good. So him and WDW Pro, I'm loving their stuff.
Appreciate you.
Thank
you.
Tonberry Master for 25. Great stream, guys. Take it easy. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, this is a guy right here, Nerdrotic. If you guys could go give him some support, like he's got a struggling YouTube channel. Algorithms not being friendly to him.
You know, I was going to say with Gary,
so.
I've made a plea to him and some other YouTubers of his modest stature that what I'm doing actually right now is I'm trying to establish a YouTube subscriber exchange, so that people with larger amounts of subs can peddle them off to those with fewer amount of subs, and therefore reduce their carbon footprint. It's great. We've got a guy named Sam that's coming in to run it, and I think everything will be fine. And we just want to get everybody's support on board for that. I see Eric's about to lose his shit over there as I'm saying that.
That is a question. Is the Rippaverse a green company?
No. Got a big ass fucking warehouse, all kinds of electricity going through that motherfucker.
What is your ESG score, Eric?
Probably 0, -5, something like that. For sure.
I think the correct answer, someone asks you a green company, is we're about making money, bitch.
yeah, we are a green company after all. Exactly.
Aurora Uplinks for 2. Watch the season finale of Mando, please, on stream. No. I'll be your Huckleberry for 2. Can we get a damn? Like, damn. Marksman for 2. Jay, would you nibble on Beardo's beard?
No.
Sophie for 4. Jeremy, please say no Cobra Cast tonight. Need to work.
Yes, no Cobra Cast tonight. Although I appreciate you guys so much on the Cobra Cast stuff, because man, you guys are passionate as hell about that show, and it makes me feel good. So thank you. But no, not tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night, late tomorrow night. That is the most original comment that has ever been made in the history of YouTube. I've never seen that ever. So we'll make videos for food.
My channel is under attack with 70,000 new subscribers yesterday. Oh, shit.
Do we want to watch this Mr. Grant Gregory thing here real quick?
Let's see. What do we got? Uh-oh.
It's kind of creepy.
Gaming's my game. Gotta get my grind on. Gotta grow my greatness. Never gone for too long. Gaming's my group on. Geeks and Gamers got it going strong. Got my gear and my gang. Gotta get my game on. Gotta go and get it. Never gone or withdrawn. Gaming's my glitz. Gotta get my glory on. Gotta grab and
so
get
weird.
it. Never gone and
That's weird. Yeah.
gold in my games. Gotta get my grind.
Hey, it still looks better than Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 5.
Gaming's my gig. Gotta get my game on.
Bro, there's way too many fucking G's in that. There's too many G's. Gaming my gigs, got to get my game on with my gaming in my gears and my Geeks Gamers goons. It's like, holy shit.
Yeesh.
Right.
shout out
Knight
to
for
Mr.
5. Are we
Greg
still
Gregory.
going for Brie Larson, Zero Suit Samus? Yes. Shadow Knight for 10. Gas money for Gary. Thank you. Marksman for 2. Jay, why not?
What was the original question?
Why would you not lick any of the things you said no to?
I don't do that kind of stuff.
Shadow Knight for 2. Corn Pop. Hear that, ladies? Jay does not lick. Thank you. Tidlet for 2. Wine Dine at 69. I'll hail the 199. Thank you. Marksman for 2. I left Gary's stove on RP House. Brandon did it. We're done.
All right, we gotta go. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Valiant Renegade, go subscribe to him. You got to go support Jay over on Indiegogo. Don't forget the Vegas meetup is a week from tomorrow. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you guys and gals out there. It's going to be awesome. Look for us to do a road stream Friday at some point here on the main channel for Geeks and Gamers, and then probably a stream over on D-Day Cobra as well. Other than that, thank you guys so much. Banger episode as always. Every week this show gets funnier and funnier, and I have no idea how it happens, but yet here we are. And I think most of it has to do with Jay, just because he's here. It's just Jay.
Thank you, Jay, escaping that hole.
All right,
Nah,
guys.
man, you guys are awesome.
Appreciate it. We'll be live with some Fortnite, and we'll see you guys in a few, I guess. So take it easy. And if you are a member, that's where it's going to be. So it'll be at the membership tab, and you'll probably get a notification as well.
LBRT over on Odyssey. Taxation is theft indeed. Hail Odyssey for 5. Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Have a great night. I love all of you. The 199.
Chad is MVP.
Damn
Always.
right. You guys have a good night. Love you all, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye. Everyone.